Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, ducklings. Welcome to the Tuesday stream. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, sorry, I'm late. I was still stuck in a phone call. I hope you're all doing well. Hello, hello, and apologies for the delay. Greetings. I forgot all the glasses. There. Zoe found the glasses. Hurrah. Everything's right with the world. Good afternoon, Hatchney. Hope you're doing well. Hello. MJM, congratulations on the first, and good afternoon to you. Hello, hello. Afid, good morning. Skeleton, good afternoon. Hello, hello. Maddie! How you doing, Maddie? Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? Balthazar, good morning, Balth, and thank you for the hydrate. Hold up. We got that? You go get that? Wonderful. Thank you, Balth. Siren, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Let me just ask what about the duck? The duck's too tired for glasses. You know, we have tiny heads, and glasses are actually considerably heavy for us. We'll see whether I put them on later. It is you. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Maddie. So I've actually been doing like a lot of stuff. The colleague, the ex-colleague that called me yesterday, how do I put this? If someone asks you for a favor, never say yes. Always say, okay, what is it about? What is the favor? Don't just agree. So it turns out the issue that he's going through is slightly more extensive than I was led to believe. I've got a bit of work ahead of me, and I've just been doing a lot of prep today to deal with that. Hurrah! But unfortunately, I agreed, so hey, I can't back out of it now, right? Once you agree, people start relying on you, and then it's a bit late to back out then. So there's a bit of legwork to be done. I need to like read a couple of opinions. We'll get there. Galondier! Did I miss it or was it not mentioned? Did I skip Galondier? Did I? How dare? Galondier! Good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. I might have. I'm so sorry. There's a lot of purple. Hello, Galondier. Divine favor. Theo, exactly. Hello, Theo. Already go, it depends. After all, someone might need you to hide a body. Yeah, but if they're like close enough to you, wouldn't you? Like if my wife went came to me and said like, "Hey, I need a favor," like I'm not asking shit. I'm saying, "Yeah, sure. What do you need, hon?" Right? It's like, and if she then replies, "Hey, I need you to hide this body for me," my next response will be, "Sure." It all depends, right? That favors are a binding contract. Well, they're not really a binding contract, but I'd feel bad saying like, "Yeah, sure, I'll help you," and then like backing out afterwards because it's mildly difficult, right? Hey, you might think you're close enough. I mean, in this example, it's my wife, so I hope so. Purple is best color. I agree with that. I agree with that entirely. Entirely. Socially binding contract. I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. Kind of is, right? Kind of is. But enough of work. I have certainly had enough of it today. Plans. So, for those of you that saw the schedule, there's a lot of Dark Deity 1 this week. Like, that's what we're doing. Hopefully. I will take today as a bit of a gauge to see whether, like, I really want to get back into it, but I feel like I want to, on account of purely we have a new game coming up. It continues the same timeline. And while I'm pretty sure that it's going to be standalone enough, it's been a while since we've had a new game coming out and me playing the previous game as a warm-up for it, right? It's been a bit. So, that's what I want to do today. That's what I want to do today. I have no idea how long it'll take. No clue. But I'm going to start this up real quick. Whoop. And then we will see. Oh, is this sound configured? I did this, right? Yes. Yeah, I did. I did set this up. I did my job. Hurrah. Hurrah. Oh. Might be a bit quiet. We can fix that. We can fix that. There's actually a couple of things I need to fix real quick. It does that. No, not that. Hold up. Hold up, I'm messing with things. Things are being messed with. Oh no. This should be fine. There we are. Unfortunately, it's one of those games where if you tap out of it, it like minimizes itself for no fucking reason. Streamer did it good. Did I though? You have a job? Yes. What do you mean you have a job? Huh? I just complained about it. You took me to the vet once already? Yes, and they looked at me and went like, what the fuck? That's a shark, sir. And I went, don't judge me. She does well. She does good. She only bites a little. You don't need that arm. It was weird. So, everyone. Today, we are going to re-attempt Dark Deity 1. I need to go set up something on other screens, which I actually could have fucking done before. Let's see. Where is everything? Where is everything? Okay, here we go. Here we go. I've got it. I've got it. I've got it. I saw a lot of Marvel rival memes recently. Siren basically Jeff the Shark. Kind of. Sort of. Siren, what would you think? At least the background music is good. The background music is good. Blah impersonator, personally. Well, she's not really impersonating anything. And Ori, good afternoon, Ori. Although she is just as huggable. So, I don't know. Alright, everyone. Let's go do this. So, difficulties. Mortal. For those who prefer an easier time, no, we're not picking that. Hero. Experience, gold, and aptitude set to their regular levels. Intended mode. For veteran players looking for a high degree of difficulty, gold and experience are tuned down. I don't like the tuned down stuff. I usually like stuff messing with enemies rather than that. I reckon we're just going with normal. Fire Chief! Hey, Fire Chief, how you doing? Hello, hello. Infishinator? I think Jeff is cute and I'm equally as hated when I go yummy yummy. I heard that there is a lot of hatred for this little shark. I don't know why, on account of I don't play Marvel Rivals. But isn't it cute? Isn't it cute? Men don't ever grow up, they just grow older. I mean, that's certainly fucking true for me. That's certainly true for me. So let's see what we have for like campaign customization. Aptitude, make changes to unit aptitudes. Player class will have normal aptitudes. Oh. Oh, these are just very big windows for very small text. Deviation? Oh, shit! Oh, okay, we're gonna keep this at normal. Player classes will have random aptitudes. 0. Normal. We're gonna keep this normal. Fully randomized. Interesting. Random weapons. Enemy weapons will be unchanged. Enemy weapons will be fully random within class. Within weapon class, but retain weapon tier. Will always be from the power tree. All finesse, all focus, all balance, normal. Characters join order will be fully randomized. That is cute as fuck. We're gonna keep this as normal as well. Random enemy classes. Okay, we're gonna just keep everything. we're just gonna keep everything. We're going to commit to like a normal fucking playthrough. Right? One of the most toxic characters, but he is hella cute. Okay, what makes the character design so toxic, Maddie? Teach me about it. Like, I know a shit ton of, like, Dota design, basically. What makes the shark so toxic? I would love to know. If it says all Dota or hero shooters have the gimmick of small cute thing being the most hated character in their game. Dota doesn't, right? What's the small cute thing people hate in Dota? Like in League, it's fucking Teemo, right? Although I'd argue that's not cute, that's disgusting. This is not a small cute thing. No, you're right. It's 3 small cute things. His oldest trap ever in his mouth, and then he goes off the edge with your team. No, actually, really? You just grab everyone and then you just jump? How are people mad at that? How is that not the funniest fucking thing? Whee! Come with me, friends. Just don't have team fights on the edge of the map then, duh. Sweats, yeah, you're right, Ori, you're right. You're back, Affid, welcome back. No, you didn't miss anything. We were talking about like hero design and co-op shooters. You can take both friends and enemies. You mean so it's fair? Why do people hate that? Oh no. Some friends don't know how to eject friends. Ah, yeah. Okay. Never mind. I see. Still, like, what would be the small, cuddly mascot character that everyone hates in Dota? Like, I cannot think of it. I cannot think of one. Like, it's funny because usually we think of the reciprocal effects of that as very fair, right? Like the effect itself. Io? But no one hates Io. Like, no one hates Wisp, right? Like, surely you can't hate Wisp. Surely you have to hate whatever Wisp is attached to. That's the problem. Anything else? Like, Dota's design is so out of the way when it comes to character design, right? The lizard that Granny is riding on? Maybe? That's not small, but cute. I was grab you and send you with them to the enemy team. Okay, but that's the player being toxic, not the character design being toxic. The character is all about, like, here's your new best friend. That's not the character being toxic. No. That's the player being shit or inting. That's different. All right, everyone, let's do this. So I remember very, very little. I remember like a mansion level.
Oh, look. Button.
Button! Brim, thank you for the 39 months. Thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate it. Hope you're doing well, Brim. Hello. It is said that in the Age of Ascension, the gods walked among mortals and mortals among the gods. That a great empire spread itself thin across the known world, conquering land after land with its superior technology and magic. But the people of Terrazale came together in peace. Little is left from that time, swept away in a deadly cataclysm known as the Calamity. Thousands of years later, all that remains of life before the Calamity are ancient temples to the gods and the divine artifacts contained therein. It is the year 1105 in the imperial calendar. The kingdom of Dahlia lies in the heart of Adlan, a nation that has long thrived off of continental trade and lush farmlands. Though peace had reigned for over 25 years, Dahlia's king now sets his eyes on an enemy of his own construction. King Varric Valdestar assumed the throne a decade ago, on the day his father Fasil was assassinated by unknown parties. To this day, Varric is convinced that the assassins were sent by the Aramoran royal family. If you have a ruler with a throne like this, like, they're instantly, like, benevolent, right? Like, no ruler could ever have a throne with a gigantic demon dragon looming over them and not be, like, a good guy. Right? To this day, it remains unproven. Following a minor border dispute that normally would reach resolution painlessly, King Varric resolved to attain his revenge. After sending a covert Delian force to burn the Aramoran city of Laris to the ground, Varric and his thirst for revenge have plunged his kingdom into a war it is ill prepared for. Pressed for more troops, King Varric must make hard decisions. He looks now to Brookstead, the site of Dahlia's most prestigious officer academy. Each year, its graduating class bolsters Dahlia's forces, a pact and tradition that has lasted a millennium. The young king believes the solution to his troop issues lies in a new path. He intends to recruit not only the graduate year, but every student currently enrolled. In quiet Brookstead, students have worked hard all year to stand out among their peers. I love that this is the most anime of all plots. So there is a school where people learn to go to war. And, like, all of the teenagers will now go to war. The academy trials provide an opportunity to advance in the class rank or fall behind. For many, it is the most important day of the year. Though the trials can be stressful, many agree that a life of training with such clear goals is simple. Enjoyable, even. Come tomorrow, they will find that life may never be so simple again. 100% not villain energy, right, Graham? Nagash has a throne like that. Hell yeah. Double taxes are triple the draft. The good and righteous king. Misty! Oh, come on. Last time I made it almost 5 hours. Chapter 1. Journey afoot. We're going to save over this slot, so don't worry about it. You never have to see it again. So, welcome to our main protagonist. What do you think Gallon's got brewed up for the trials this year? Whatever it is. I'm sure it's tailored to make our lives difficult. What? You think he'd do that just to punish us for choosing Alden? I was up at the crack of dawn hearing no son of mine should jeopardize a mission for sentiment. Well, we couldn't pick Maurin without Alden. That was the deal, I think. He just can't stomach the thought that his pride and joy might fail. His pride and joy is standing right in front of me. Either way, I'm right. Besides, Alden is talented, even if your father doesn't see it.
Right.
Why did we quit last time? So, yeah, let's talk about this really quickly. I don't actually remember Ori. I remember that, like, there were bits of the story that I thought were a bit and I just bounced off of it. I'm gonna tell you the truth. The truth is probably that I was in a really bad mood for some completely unrelated fucking reason. Which is why we're trying again. This is something that I wish I was good at. I wish this was something that came naturally to me. You know how some content creators, they go live and then they put on content face. Nothing that, like, annoys them could, like, ever ruin the vibe. Because they're there to do a thing and they will do that thing. You know, entertainers. I'm really fucking dog shit at this. If something annoys me, or if I'm already in a bad mood, if I already have a chip on my shoulder, like, it usually shows. And it shouldn't, right? It shouldn't. There's every chance that DD1 fell to that. there's any chance that that's what happened. I don't know anymore. I do not know. Generic Blade Guy, our protagonist, everyone. Oh, come on. It's easy to see which of the classes is developer's favorite. Is it though? All other ones, or 1 usual animation, 1 crit animation, mage. 4 usual and 4 crit animations, plus animations are upgraded with weapons. Oh no. Why don't you try convincing the Swordmaster that a 14-year-old who can't lift the training staff can best an 18-year-old graduate? There's a reason he doesn't teach conjuring. Your dad wouldn't trust a mage as far as he could throw him. Now that you mention it, I wonder how far he actually could throw Alden. I'd wager you could put a good toss on the tyke. I'll pretend I didn't hear that. How are you boys feeling about the big day? I'm confident we'll pass. We certainly put in the training. This is Alden. Alden will be important because he's also in the second game. The game OG found you through Sir Ryden. Hello, Sir Ryden, which was a very small window on account of I never finished it. Hello, Sir Ryden. How you doing today? Was it 2022? It was on release day for it. I don't know when that was. Do not remember when that was. Anyway. Of course we'll pass, but I want to break Sterling's record. To cool the forge there, little man.
Come on.
But I'm the best team of any first year. I think what Alden is trying to say is that he really appreciates being on the team. Good. Now I'm going to need you to focus that appreciation, Alden. There's a lot at stake for your sister. Right. If we win, I won't have anything to worry about when Marin leaves for the army. Because I'll know she's ready.
Great.
Well, there goes the mood. Promise you'll focus today and give it everything you got, okay? Promise. I also remember we had a thief I really liked. Like, there's 2 things I remember. I remember there's a thief I really liked, and I remember there was like a mansion level with like weird teleport shit. And the second one I'm not so sure about, that might have been a different game. Can't say good afternoon. Let's get going. Can't miss the trial standing around for a chat. Father doesn't kill me. Being stuck on team with Alden just might. 2021, yeah. Hey, Kremvo, good evening. Same, by the way. I'm here late today as well because work sucks. You think that was in this game? Okay, we'll see. I remember Giant Lady, different game, Symphony of War. That one I dislike for very different reasons. Galen, you know the rules. All non-lethal strategies to defeat your opponents are fair game. Defeat the leader of this regiment to complete the trials. You'll all recognize him. We're prepared for this. Alden, Garrick, stay close behind.
You'll be all right.
If any of you take hits, I'm ready to patch you up.
Fair.
Can we go already? I would say the kid's gonna get himself killed, but we know that Alden's in the next game. Brethren! You are the best duckling that I didn't reset. Oh, oops. Hello, brethren. How you doing? Now lethal only. Now fireball! Oh my god. I have spent today, like, I've spent a good portion of today, like, learning a new tabletop game as well. So, we're currently setting up a Lancer group, right? But I've also stumbled across a completely different tabletop game that I'm currently learning. And one of the classes in there is fireball.class. Basically what they do is they manipulate temperature. However, one of their standout features is that if they die, they fireball the room, guaranteed killing everything in it. One of their features is, if you die, you win your current mission. Setting up a Lancer's game. I am not. Blade is setting up one that he's going to be DMing. We've got some wonderful people to play with, and I'm currently making a character. I'm really fucking hyped for it. Like, really fucking hyped for it. Like, because Hot Dragon Man and Fields of Mystria. I didn't touch Fields of Mystria at all. It's one of those, hey, I want to play a farm game, it's on the backlog kind of deals, right? Designated Blade as DM. What's Lancer? Lancer is a tabletop game. It's a tabletop RPG in which you pilot a giant mech So you don't just make a character, you also like build a mech that you play with and do shit with. Become one of my favorite 2D farm sims. Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. I've seen it played just a little bit. It looked very cute, but, and I don't know how to phrase this. On first contact, it also looked very pink. Do you have a child cannon? A mech, not a tank. No, we don't have a child cannon, unfortunately. We have other war crimes. We have many other war crimes. See, now I want to talk about Lancer. God damn it. No, we're playing video games. Nah. And so the trial begin. With such style and grace, I might add. Just dripping with sincerity today, aren't we, Dad? There we go. 30-degree burns aren't lethal by themselves. No, they're lethal because of what they do to you. You have gas that makes you puke mustard? I'm pretty sure that's not what mustard gas is. I'm pretty sure that's not what it is. I love how RC and LC are buttons. What's that? What's this? What is this button? Love the enemy range button. My favorite button. What are you talking about, Lancer, to play the game? That is the trial, yes. It's mustard making gas. Can we just like make custard instead? Alright, so we've got Irving, we've got Garrick, we've got Maren, and this is gonna be a hard name for me to pronounce in not German. Like, how do you pronounce this in English? Maren? Maureen? I don't know. Like, in German it's Maren. But that like doesn't flow with an English sentence, so What about relish gas? Karen with an M. Maren. Maren? Really? That sounds shit. I hate it. Okay, but thank you, Valve. You don't pronounce this in English, it's Maren? Okay, that also works. Maroon, like the Yu-Gi-Oh card. Oh, Skulldog Maren. Gotcha. Gotcha. The dog. The last time we used that gas, the unit got disturbed by the sounds. God damn it. Alden, also pronounced in German. Alden? No, that's not a name. Aldi. That's a... that's a grocery store. Never mind. Never mind. Let's go punch some things. So.
This should be fun.
We punch things. Hello. I remember I really liked the animations in this. I think the game, like, as far as the animations go, the game's actually really pretty. Why is he alive? Because we need to switch weapons. Oh. This is starting off great. We're doing really well today. So we have different weapon types, different, like, typings that we can cycle through. And basically, we're going to try to find the thing that does the most. I think Arcane Blast is just the best here. Boop. And then, can we kill? We can kill. We can hit. We can hit. Wonderful.
Careful. I won't lose you.
Oh, I remember the bottle crunching like that. RC stands for right click. This isn't a controller button. This is the right mouse button. I'm very stupid. Oops. Oops. You're a grocery store? Thank you. That means I'm useful. But also capitalist. Hurrah! Royal Crown or right click? I thought it was like right bumper. I don't know.
How can I help?
I don't know. Don't judge me.
We've got you.
I want one that turns the healer's hammer bonk into a metal pipe sound. Clonk. Ever since I watched a certain YouTube video, I will spell Aaron as Aaron. Yeah, no, I got you. I got you. I got you. This child needs to go strong. Fight controller. There we go. Thank you, Afid. You got it. You got it.
Together.
That's exactly it. Zoop. I will say, so we've played the demo for DD2, right? DD2, from a control standpoint, feels a lot better. Like, a lot better. This is fine, don't get me
This should
wrong.
be fun.
But it feels a bit floaty to move around and, like, do things in. I swear to fuck. I'm just gonna chill here. The child grows angry. Right, crazy? No, that's just me. There we go. Bait them one at a time. Another patch for Wrath of the Righteous. If Darren was killed under certain circumstances, his body could stay in the commander's chambers forever. Fixed. Said they removed it. Were you hoarding bodies again?
This should be fun.
Were you hoarding bodies again, Misty? Are you supposed to do that? With the healer. Hit the healer. Okay, but hit the healer with something with, like, accuracy, please. Thank you. What else am I supposed to do? I'm bored. Why must it be the desecration of life that keeps you entertained? We're not supposed to hoard bodies? It's unsanitary! Unsanitary. We can tank that. I believe. That was a satisfying bonk. It is a satisfying bonk. You're absolutely right. So right now we're following the standard, like, bait them one by one strat. We have anything cool? Short sword! Don't just bonk them once, bonk them twice. Yay!
How can I help?
And then we reverse order for whatever it is we're doing. Bonk. Enemy HP bars disappear. Yeah, so if you look at the right side, you see that glass vial. Depending on what damage they take, it's different how that disappears. It is a nice touch.
I've got a lot to learn.
That's a lot of stats. What do we care for on Alden? Okay, it disappeared. I don't like that. What do we care for on Alden? We want magic. We want dexterity. We want mastery. And we want speed and luck. We don't really care for... Well, we do care for fortitude a little. We don't really care for defense. We really don't care for strength. That's the one thing we really don't give a shit about. But everything else kind of matters, doesn't it? Everything else kind of matters. Never mind. Nope. Ah. Game, please behave. Thank you.
Thought you'd never ask.
No, we can take more distance here. This is fine. Related but darker. As my dad likes to joke, cracking open a cold one with the boys takes on a whole new meaning when you work in a morgue. Yep. That is very true. I don't know why it would be darker. Like, does the morgue not have lighting? Is that the problem here? Who has, like, resistance? We have 5 fort, 2 fort, 5 fort, 3 fort. Okay, Alden. Good boy.
You sure?
You tank this. Congratulations.
Lead the way.
You'll be
Stay with
fine.
me.
You'll be entirely. You know what? Same fort, but we get to attack. Boop. We just have to not die to a 3% crit? Maybe? Alden the Fist Mage. This game had Fist Mages, didn't it? There was such a thing. Versus dedicated corpse room, which I guess would be a morgue too. Kind of by design, right? Little brother! Certainly you don't think you can take me on. Furling, you're going down. Yeah, the rivalry.
I'm glad you're okay.
Aaron, level up!
Oh well.
Marin, listen, healers. What's your distance? Oh, your
I'll
distance
take
doesn't
point.
exist. Okay. Line everyone up. We can't really 2-for-1 right now. At least not reliably, so... Oh, sweet. Never bloody mind. Let's make this simple. Marin is now Mareep. Agreed. You know what? I'm with you. We're doing that.
We've got you.
Mareep, you've got this. Kill them, child. All she needs is HP and magic. And that's depending on whether she actually scales with magic, right? Which I reckon she does, but who knows. But you're right, Graham, you're absolutely right. Every now and again, you kind of want to bonk someone. So, But the more units we accrue, the less likely it will be that one of our healers actually needs to lay hands on someone. Oh, hell yeah. I remember that line. Proudly meeting expectations is a line that I weirdly remember. Okay, you think Sterling is gonna act if we do something like this? Oh. Oh, we could just miss. But he's still not moving. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, we can just win this. Never mind. Let's go get a heal in before we do that. After all, we would like the experience from it. 90%? 90%? 90%? 90%? There we go. A lot of XP for a miss. I think Sterling is just really high level. Gained a tier 1 token.
With every swing.
Wonderful. The outside get worse from DD1 to DD2. I think DD2 looks fantastic, Balf. I think DD2 looks absolutely fantastic. No? Money, weapon tokens, Chapter statistics. I remember I liked this a lot. The fact that you have in-depth statistics. Not bad, little brother. You and your friends put up quite a fight. I'm glad to hear it. My gosh, you've all grown. That was quite the thrill. A thrill indeed. Surprised, father. Congratulations, son. All of you should be very proud of what you accomplished today. You especially, Mareep. No, I can't call her Mareep. Poor woman. What you're looking is if they change their style between both games. Not necessarily, right? Like, definitely not for a lot of the character design. Obviously, the on-board presentation is a different one. She's a sheep. She's a shepherd more than anything else. She's a healer. You choose more cartoony, I want to say. These are simpler, but nice. I don't really see it, Florpal. I don't really see that. Honestly, I need to get more time in with DD2 to, like, burn that art style into my brain, right? So, like, once we get there, right? You mean a shepherd? No, I don't! The line work is similar, but it's the coloring style that is different. Ah! You know what? You know what? Yeah, that is fair. That is fair. A lot smoother and less paintery from what I can tell. Yeah, you know what? You're right. Yeah. DD2 feels like it's the older game to me. The graphics are super pixelated. I don't feel that way about DD2. It looks a lot more streamlined and it feels a lot better. I don't know. Thank you, Master Galen. And now that you've had your thrill, Commander, I believe some kind of explanation is in order. Of course. As I promised, brother, friends, if you'll excuse us. Forgive me if I've hardened in my years, Sterling, but I don't expect this as a nostalgic visit. Unfortunately not, sir. You never want to live in the past, always onwards and upwards. Tell me, how goes the war effort? At the moment, our prospects are grim. In fact, that's what brings me here. I see you can size up our latest graduates. Not quite. The king plans to recruit the entire academy. Naturally, there's no finer school to supply your ranks. I hope to see the wars end well before our youngest graduate. Actually, I'm afraid he wants them now, sir. All of them. Is that so? Well, I didn't think he had the gall. Tell me, Commander, what plans does our king have in mind for the initiates? Perhaps 4 together could load a catapult. I wish I could say. I'm always a man of duty. The king is foolish to sever the pact. His father would not have heard of it. Basil was a good man. With all due respect, sir, what better way to avenge his father than to join the ranks of those bringing justice to Aramor? Guard your suspicions, Commander, and do not speak so eagerly of war. If the king wishes it, he shall have his soldiers. Only hope you, of all people, understand the gravity of this decision. All too well. Sometimes we make design changes to feel out how the game should look. I mean, fair enough. But like, I did flat out disagree with saying DD2 feels like it's the older game. Like, not even close. I have a weak spot for coloring similar to DD1, so I do prefer this one's character designs. Even with my Otome, so it does make me a little sad, but it still looks good. DD2, you know what? The more I think about it, DD2 reminds me a lot of FE Engage, right? There's something to like the bit that I've seen of DD2's demo that like leans closer to Engage than this does. There's definitely like a difference in boldness of color. I think that's fair to say. Desperate defense. This graduating class is one of the finest cohorts I've had the pleasure of teaching my decade as headmaster. At every opportunity you have shown the resolve and dedication that allows Brookstead to endure, and I have every confidence that the classes to follow would do the same. I regret that I must conclude this graduation ceremony with grim news. We've received orders from King Varric himself. Every student enrolled at Brookstead Academy is to be conscripted into the Delian army, effective immediately. I understand that for most of you, graduation felt a lifetime away. I stood where you did once. I know how you must feel. At the conclusion of this speech, you will all be graduates of Brookstead Academy. Outside these walls, you will be expected to exemplify our honor and our code. We've only had a year to teach some of you, but you'll remember. Life takes much from us, yet Brookstead still stands. You will have each other to lean on, and I cannot stress enough how important it will be to do so. I'm told you have 3 hours to prepare. Let Terraziel know that there is nothing that can stain the legacy of our town. You have 3 hours. Go fuck yourself. Oh no. It's a Symphony of War effort. These four get special equipment. It's Spot the main character. The units are low def pixelated sprites, but the art is much better. But they are the same thing here. Only that I think the units in here, like the units on board look fine, right? For me, I really like this art style on the board. When we go into combat, however, in combat, a lot of the units look really off to me. For example, if you look at Marin, Marin looks like really fucking bulky and her shoulders are way too fucking broad. Like her frame is basically the same as almost every other character's, and that feels off. Once we get into combat with her again, you'll kind of see what I mean. And like DD2 doesn't seem to have that problem whatsoever. So I don't know. Not quite the homecoming you imagined, I take it.
Fair?
How could the king do this? Easily, it would seem. He cares not for convention regardless of its legacy or importance. Hello, Lincoln. Seems he'll stop at nothing to avenge his father. Where are my manners? Allow me to introduce Lincoln and Bianca. They are the leaders of this conscription tour as well as good friends. Hi. What? Hi. What? Hi. Nice to meet you. Sterling's told us all about all of you. I thought you occupied the highest military rank in Delia. Why wouldn't you be heading the operation? I must return to Sojourn. I only came because of the king. Because if the king had sent anyone else, Galen might have beheaded them. You didn't come to see us? It's wonderful to see you, but I'm not afforded such luxuries in wartime. You're leaving then? I'm afraid so. I'll see you when you arrive in Sojourn. I can make excuses there to take a few hours off. Ill news aside, I'm glad you came. I can't put to words how much even this flawed trip meant to me. I really should be going, but you can trust Bianca and Lincoln with anything. And Irving, be sure to see Mother before you go. I will. See you in Sojourn. The gobsmacked by the super cute cozy game in the next fest that had a hidden room of a drug cosplay dungeon in it. Tell me more? What the fuck, Sir Aiden? Huh? The more you get confused with Symphony of War, yeah. Hey, Vera! How you doing? Irving, I'm glad you're home. How did the trials go? We did quite well. Sterling was there, actually. Was he? And too busy to stop by and say hello to his mother, I imagine.
It's not that simple.
In fairness, he wasn't there for long, and not with great news either. Mother, I know. Barrick's recruited the academy. How'd you find out already? Word spreads fast in a place like this. I heard it from the town cry on the way back from the market. Well, then I guess you know I'll be leaving.
Irving.
I've already given up one of my sons to Varric's war. Is it ever enough? We knew this day would come when I entered the academy. Of course, but not so soon. I suppose it's never easy. You must take care of yourself on the road and your friends. I'll be fine, Mother. With all the effort the King's putting into the war, it'll be over before you know it. And I'll be right back in Brookstead. War is rarely so simple in my experience, but I hope you're right. I'll miss you terribly, you know. Oh, I know. I'll miss you too. I'll grab my things. Right, before you go, let me prepare some provisions for you. I'll leave them on the kitchen table. Oh, and don't forget your running shoes. They changed it when players were like, what the fuck, this game isn't age-gated. There's no warnings, etc. You guys at least... Can you guys at least add whatever that is? But Whisper of the House, this little pixely moving stuff in places game where you play a little robot head, well... Fucking weird. Oh, that's wonderful, though. After passing the Brookstead trials, a day of celebration becomes one of separation for many. Having expected to graduate in due time, the Academy students now must quickly say goodbye to their families. Sterling heads back to Sojourn, leave the contingent in the care of Lincoln and Bianca. The contingent heads for Duskwater, a backwater town to the southeast. Lincoln hopes to fill the rest of their recruiting quota there. Good man! Your service to the crown will bring your family honor. Now it would seem our charter requires 2 more brave souls. Come, good people. Your king has called. Who will answer? I've got 4 mouths to feed. Aaron's not old enough to look after the farm. My leg's not what it used to be. Though I suppose I have a few good years left in me. Ah, there she is. I remember her now. There's the CIA. Did I do it, Eli? I wager I'd look good with a big ol' hammer. Choose your next words carefully, Sia. You have a good life here. Willing service brings more honor than forced conscription. I pray it doesn't come to that. Remember. Service something something, citizenship something something.
Fine by me.
I don't know much about honor, but I can smell adventure when I see it. Sign me up, Captain. And I with her. Fortune favors us today. I thank you both for your courage. There's one catch. I gotta swing by the tavern and let the matron know I'll be taking a long vacation. One wanted to find out the hard way she's out, her favorite barmaid. Very well. Irving, take your friends and accompany our newest recruits to the tavern. Bianca and I will finish up here. Secure what provisions you can. We've a long road ahead of us. She looks more like the FBI to me. I don't know. Yes, sir. Barmaid? Barmaid, yeah. Just gonna grab my things from upstairs. Be down before you can say you don't know what you're getting yourself into. Alright. You prefer to travel light. Excessive he says to the man in plate. Excessive equipment is an occupational hazard. Name's Elias, by the way. 2 of you got a lot of guts signing up like you did. The 2 of us, right? Try overwhelming bravado and a lack of brains from my impressionable friend. I would never let her do this sort of thing alone. To be honest with you, Elias, it sounds like anyone would have an impossible time trying to stop her. I wish that weren't true. You've never met a barmaid so bullheaded. Oh, I think I have. Bandits in the streets! They're headed for the inn! Black abyss, we just left home and we're already in the thick of it. Where's that new recruit? I said I'd be ready. Good, prepare yourselves. Looks like we'll see combat sooner than we thought. We'll have to hold out until Lincoln and Bianca can get to us. Hold up, let me check real quick. Right button. Oh god. Oh. I see, Saran. I see. Yeah, that is pretty what the fuck. This would be innocuous enough without the fucking sleeping pills. All right, let's do this. Yay, murder! Yay, murder indeed. So, here are units. Shia is essentially a rogue, right? And now we have 4 units in aggro range. Do we have survive for 7 turns, defend the Duskwater Inn for 7 turns until Lincoln and Bianca arrive with reinforcements? The problem is that out here, we have dudes with stuff they drop. You can't see that, it's my face is over it. This guy drops basically coffee. Was that what it is? Everyone with the blue blip, right? This guy drops oysters. These are just consumables. And this guy drops a crab cake. Don't know what these do, but it feels like we're incentivized to not just defend this place, but also like strike out at least a little bit and just like hit a guy, right? This one's mostly strength-based, so if we move someone here, that should bait that. But that means we need to divert someone over there. We probably don't want to do that. This guy has a tier 1 token. This is what we're looking for. We're looking for tokens, tokens, tokens. Because tokens are used to upgrade your weapons. Bonk.
Together.
We're just gonna try to allocate things in favor. That. Bonk. You know what I mean? Like,
You have my thanks.
Marin's entire, like, body is way too bulky for, like, what her character actually is. Yeah, I saw the screenshots already. Except tomorrow, holy shit. Yeah, no. Some of them give perma-stats. Yeah, I remember that. I just don't remember which ones do that. That's the problem, right? So we know that we can't kill all of this, right? Like, there's no world in which we can clear all of these within one go. We could if one of these crits, that would be lovely. None of them did. We could basically block here, leave that there. We'd also probably just do this. I just don't like leaving an archer alive because they can allocate damage wherever the hell they want. Not a big fan of that. But at this point, I feel like we have to. Hello? I'm gonna stab you. Boop. Yeah, the same, right? Like, there is something off about, like, a lot of the bulk of some units in the actual battle view. And that's something that, like, the second one doesn't have the problem of. At least not to what I've seen. Yeah, this game did well enough, they had the opportunity to make DD2. Right. So now the problems begin. Here the issues arise. Because now we have a lot of things in range. We can dodge all of this, but we can dodge parts of this too, really. Let's begin by kind of like going back here, retracting. 6% crit? No critties. No critties so far. This is the only safe remaining space. And the Elias space here too. We could also go forward, hit this. But I'd personally much rather see whether we can do anything about units here. Archer plus Marin probably kills this bandit. But I don't know whether 2 bandits together don't kill a healer. That's something that I always found difficult to gauge with the weapon system being what it is. Normally, when you are in a game like this, you can see, like, hey, they have 20 strength, I have 5 defense, they hit me for 15, right? I don't quite know how to do that in this game. In fact, I'm also relatively sure that you just can't do that. But we're gonna have to deal with these regardless. Normally it isn't too hard to gauge. I believe it's impossible to gauge here, unfortunately. And we don't have
Thought you'd never ask.
really anything to interact with this. We could not heal. That's the thing, right? The reason why I want to jump onto this right now is because these guys, otherwise I'll deal with 7 units next turn, right? Right now we only deal with 1, next turn we'll deal with 7. In fact, this guy's already in range and probably killing. I don't know, like I have no way, I don't know how to gauge this at all. Like, I don't know, for all I know, he does, I don't know what levels of damage. Maybe it's just this, power 9? Power 9, no speed. So he probably doesn't do that damage? I have no idea. So we can tank this even on a damaged Shia. But we don't want to. We could also just attack this, honestly. We could run away from these guys, go right. We don't really have a better play there either. We can only really get to one dude, who is power 9, power 6 with speed 5, 5, and 8. We're... PR speed, does that stand for true speed? No. If 5 greater than enemies true... Yeah, it does stand for true speed. Unit will double attack. So they don't get to double attack Elias. And I have no idea how much damage they're actually doing to him. Resistance to physical attacks. We don't just go power minus resistance, right? Because if we go power minus resistance, then none of these can hurt anything. But I don't know how correct that is. Will the horse have to reach Sia this turn? Yeah. Absolutely.
At your disposal.
Probably just gonna do this. That creates another safe spot that we could put Marin on, just to get this heal through.
Stay sharp.
And we've got, like, all of this is moving, so whatever, right? Power minus death with some mastery fiddling that doesn't matter in low numbers. Okay, so... to set this up for the rest of the gameplay, right? I would now expect... this guy doesn't double us, we know this. Let's assume he hits, let's assume he doesn't crit. Power 9 minus 8 defense means this guy does 1 damage to us. Unless, of course, power gets added to strength, in which case this is 15 minus 8. So he does 7 to us. And these guys are both on, what, 11? Minus 8, these guys are both 3, which means we should theoretically tank all of this. The only worry would be power strength plus weapon. So power is already strength plus weapon. Ah. Okay.
I'll take point.
But I really don't want to move into any of this. We're gonna have to deal with way too many units now. Something's going to die. Yeah, it is just 1 fucking damage, never mind. Like, we're losing action economy right now. Like, right now we're losing action economy hard. There's a new one with character design art by the one for Fire Emblem Awakening, Fates. And Somnium Files. Corrupt. Well done, well done. That's good art. That is good art. Okay, so we can't... here's what we can't do. We can't box out all of these archers. We just flat out cannot, right? We also flat out can't do any fucking damage here. Okay.
Are you sure?
They get to shoot me back on that. So the danger we're sitting on is every one of these archers just like doubling into units and then murdering the hell out of us, right? That is the danger we're living with. Let's begin with an 86. If the 86 doesn't work, we have to adjust
Really
plans.
necessary?
That was really necessary. Defense is... even their defense is 4. Like, I can't believe that these guys would do 2 damage to Alden. I can't really believe that. But if that is the case, then, like... None of these can damage us? That seems weird, really weird. In fact, everyone has like abnormally high defense except for Shia, who is sort of acceptable. Mages can attack in one tile radius, archers can't, so you can attack without retaliation. Yes, I can. Thank you, Skeleton. That's really fucking obvious. However, then I would give up the only melee position I have to also hit this guy. So I either have the chance to like not get retaliated on and only get one attack into this guy, or I can set up a melee plus 2 additional hits, and it's really looking like I need more than 1 hit for this. Please refrain from water is wet bullshit. Or I cannot stand it. Especially if it's tactically stupid. The other world that we live in is we ignore this guy entirely. We do give up that melee position plus any other follow-up attack, and we Alden into this dude. But that doesn't get us anywhere. The other thing we cannot do is reliably kill this, right? Like we're on 10 damage here. Yeah, we cannot kill this guy. No matter what we do here. We could get all 3 in. I'm not going to do that.
At your disposal.
Let's start. What was chain? Actually, what is chain? If I was chain, what would I be? Lock the target in place for 1 turn. That's what it is. Do we get these in addition to our attacks, or do we just get these? Target for 1 turn return, removing weapon bonuses. They're still raw. I mean, that's probably the best thing we do here, right?
You dropped something.
Still don't super like it. At least now they're doing nothing. Which also means we don't need to commit to that. Here... I don't like giving them the agency of being able to, like, just pick their targets. Ah, that one was important. Okay. But we really don't have much that we can do against that, right? That gives them 1 space. They always have 1 space. We can hit a guy for 6. Like, what does that do? We can chain them down so we don't have 4 archers, 1 target. Which is a potential problem. Stats. 9 power, 9 power, and 6 power, 6 power. So theoretically that's 5, 5, 2, and 2. That's fine. We live that, right? Even if they double into whatever the fuck they want. We just live that.
I'm on it.
In which case... we put mages into melee. Which feels irresponsible. And that's because it is! Whee! Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so let's see whether that's how the damage formula shakes out. Yeah, that is really just how this shakes out, eh? Okay. But normally the thing you'd be worried about is that you have a damage range of roughly half the... like, slightly less than half the enemy's HP, right? And you'd be worried about the fact that enemies have the same damage ranges. So if you have 3 or 4 uncontrolled enemies that are all range and get to pick their targets freely, you'd worry about them all going into 1 unit, killing them off, right? The enemy doesn't have that damage range, which makes a lot of things very different to calculate, but so be it. This is kind of why I'm talking through thought processes all the time, right? Because normally, you make a lot of assumptions in tactics games. You make a lot of assumptions about a lot of things, and you see whether they shake out or not, and compare them to your overall game knowledge after the fact.
Fine by me.
No, not fine by me at all. Awful. Avora! Avora, thank you very much for the 68 months. Thank you, thank you. How are you doing today? Okay, now we have other problems. Now we have other problems. 2 units take this out. We stay here. We kill this. We have 1 archer, a melee, 2 archers free. Yes. Excuse me, sir? 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 There we go. Is there a reroll button? There is not. However, if you don't like randomized level ups, the game has options at character or at campaign creation to like mess with stats and all of that. Whoop.
Little warning next time.
I've got a lot to learn.
Fuck yes. Thanks. Let's go, Olden.
This should be fun.
We can't do that. Never bloody mind. I think we're just going to start here. That was a crit. It was entirely unnecessary is what it was.
With every swing.
You know what? I'll take that.
This should be fun.
So now we have the option of removing this guy or removing this guy. It doesn't really make a difference. It does not matter. So I'll just remain position on left flank.
That settles that.
Proudly meeting expectations.
Theoretically, we want to head down right. That was a decent level up. We want to head to this guy who has hot bean juice. I don't know what hot bean juice does, but it is hot and bean juice. Who knows? That melee has to go into Irving, which is exactly what we want because Irving give no damn. And then we have 3 uncontrolled archers. And 1 Shia who attracts all of the attacks. Coffee is a bean, correct, and also usually consumed hot. Oh, sorry, someone said coffee, so Crembo is active now. Sleeper Agent Crembo has been activated. Okay, we keep Irving over here to, like, tank this shit, right? That's where we begin. Removes. Funny. And then, God, I really don't want to take this slot. I really don't want to. What's your power? Power 9. Which means we're eating, what? 5? Even that's kind of fine, isn't it? That was not correct. Oops. Well, since they're just tunneling Shia, we get to do whatever, right? We do kind of get to do whatever here. That's okay. Fun thought of the day, a vanilla soy latte is technically a 3-bean soup.
This should be fun.
That's not a fun thought. That's disturbing. I don't like that thought.
Really necessary.
Hot bean juice is a stat booster, just don't remember which one. If it's a stat booster, then it's important. There is a part of me that hopes that the dual blader goes into Elias here, which they probably won't. There goes 5, but there goes 11 on return. I'll take a clear for 5. Next turn, we're going to have another issue. We will need to heal 2 targets next turn, which obviously we cannot. Then again... Yeah, there it goes. But like, everyone aggro Shia no matter what, eh? They're really just going... what's the current turn? The current turn is 6. So if we wanted this guy, which we're not getting, then we'd need to, like, fucking leg it. We can't leg it at all. So that's not happening. What if we don't heal Shia this turn? That doesn't even kill. That does exact seeds.
This one's on the house.
Never mind. We could also just crit. Eradicate it. Updating Krambos _ crimes.txt. Oh no. Oh
Let's do
no.
it.
Provided... We're just kind of on Arcane Blast, right? We're just kind of on Power on Alden. Or just crit exactly.
I'll take point.
What if our entire play was to just... So they say survive 7 turns. I don't know whether that means we get a 7th turn. If it does, then we need to posture for it, right?
This should be fun.
It means we ignore,
At your disposal.
and we prep. And even this probably isn't prep enough, but this is all on the off chance we get this turn. Yeah, you can shoot the mage, that's fine. You're now on 1 HP, sir. That sounds like the map just ended. No, it didn't. Okay, how do we kill this mage?
Thought you'd never ask.
Let's find out. That hurts. However... What's crit in this? Is crit double damage or is crit plus 50%? Because now we're in range to get crit to death,
What?
right?
I cast revoke your free trial to life.
What? Marinara! Thank you for the 15 months. How you doing? Marinara. Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're doing well. You think it's double? Okay, it might be. We could go crossbow. So, anyway, we've got anywhere from 14, like 10 to 14 damage here. That's the representation there. That would fucking do it, right? That would do it. The only problem is if we get crit, we die. So we're just not gonna get crit. Depends on class. Good. That is the answer I didn't want to hear. But I appreciate it nonetheless. Let's go heal. And then we archer this into oblivion. There's the kill. Hot bean soup. Oh my lord. Experience.
What will it be?
And then we know you're gonna try to hit Elias for a gazillion levels of damage. What if you're not? 8% crit? Ow! Never mind. That didn't work the way that I wanted it to. It just didn't. We'll get the XP here. I wish I was one spot over there to just hit this and kill it. So this is scary now, right? They are power 15. So 10 on Shia, 7 on Elias. We live, theoretically. However, theoretically, if they crit, we fall on both of them. They have a 10% crit chance. I'm not moving this. We're just gonna leave this here. Alright, don't crit. They didn't. Take. Woo! Isn't that just coffee? It's called hot bean juice. I don't know what to tell you. Wow, that's starting to level up. We're getting another level on Irving. Undeservedly. Nifty.
My sword grows lighter with every swing.
Every strength level up is a good level up, I suppose. There we go.
United, we are unstoppable.
We got the coffee. That's the thing that matters the most, right? We got the coffee. Alden. Okay. There, by the tavern. I'm glad to see you all in one piece. How'd you fare? Splendidly. You might be surprised to learn this isn't the first time I've stepped out of a tavern and into a skirmish. Hardly. It was hairier than I expected. Yes, no fine academy or drunken brawl can fully prepare one for the perils of battle. Still, I was glad to have our new recruits with us. They both held their own. Based on the charred bandits, I'd assume one of them is an adept, or else an incredibly skilled mage. Like to ship me back to Noilus for a purification, would you?
Not even.
That would spell the end for us both, I'm afraid. Some say takes one to know one. Ah, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to find a fellow adept in an army. That's where our talents inspire the least superstition, I've found. So long as you're standing under the right banner. Who were those guys anyway? Were those the Aramorans who were supposed to fight? Believe me, that would not have ended so quickly or so neatly were we up against the forces of Aramor. No, bandits more likely. But they were named Aramorian. We've had trouble with bandits these past few months. But for the last week or so, things have been quiet. Maybe they were gearing up for something big like this. These bandits you speak of, do you know where their base of operations is? Not exactly, but I know they used to ambush folks by the northeast crossroads. And to patch a couple travelers up when they came through bleeding like a summer pig. That isn't an expression, Gia. That's just a day's trip north from here, correct? Just about. You don't look like you move too fast, though, so don't hoist me to the gallows if I'm off by an hour. Lincoln, the sun's already low in the sky, and Barrick's not one to overlook a delay. We just recruited the town's best fighters. I won't leave them defenseless at the mercy of some ruffians. What about the other recruits? I'll send them on ahead. If they at least make good time to sojourn, Varric might be more understanding. Let's be off. Best we reach their camp before they catch wind of what transpired here. I can tell you one thing, the townsfolk will be glad to be rid of these thugs. You found him pretty? Yeah, I remember Bianca more than Lincoln. Like, weirdly enough, I remember Bianca and Shia more than anyone else. What? Yeah, brethren, that is very likely the answer. In Duskwater, Lincoln and Bianca find enough willing recruits to fill their requirements. Irving and his friends are sent to escort one of the final recruits, Shia, as she gathers her things. While they're waiting in the inn, a fierce assault from bandits comes over the town. The four from Brookstead, along with new friends Shia and Elias, hold the bandits off from the inn. Now they plan to follow the trail to ambush the bandits on their own ground. This group had been troubling Duskwater for months, and in Lincoln's eyes, there's no question that something must be done. Remember girls with short hair and guys with long? A type, do we? Do we have a type? We'll need to make camp for the night. No sense laying an ambush coming straight from a fight.
No kidding.
He does look really fucking heroic, I'll say. Couldn't agree more. I have some weapon maintenance I need to take care of as well. I mean, at least your type is more innocent than mine, Sir Aiden, right? Always rushing off to your next errand, Irving. I'm looking forward to kicking back and having a nice rest before we plunge into mortal peril again. I'll catch up with you. It won't take long to get my weapons situated. Irving, I'll be around if you need help. Garrick, don't come by my tent to pester me with useless questions.
Hardly.
Just so long and flowy and pretty, there's nothing wrong with that. Useless, just because you don't see the use doesn't mean there isn't one. As your commanding officer, that's exactly what it means. I don't have the patience for it tonight. Alright, I'll go pester Shia or Elias instead. You do that. This is where we finally get into weapon upgrading. So, let me get a drink real quick. Upgrades. So, we have weapon tokens. We have 2 level 1 weapon tokens. This is a system that I wasn't like too fond of. I didn't like super love this system last time. Basically what you do is you take one of the tokens and then you upgrade one of your 4 weapons on a character to a higher level. And what that means is that you're oftentimes kind of picking one weapon they use over everything else. Because now you have one upgraded weapon and 3 unupgraded ones, and you don't want that to go to waste, right? Didn't super love it. Because it feels like you were abandoning part of your kit, right? Rock hard abs, let's go! So, let's see who we start upgrading first. I kind of... I kind of think we're always... we're always going to start with Irving, right? Hey, Extreme Cream Dream, how you doing? Thank you for the hydrate. Hold up, let me grab that. There's a lot of reading tonight, so do need it. Appreciate it. Let's start with Irving, shall we? Which weapon do we grab? So, they're roughly divided into... A power is the one that hits bigger. Finesse is the one that crits well. Focus is the one that hits well. And balance is... You know... ABC. Kind of all of the above, medium. If we were to upgrade Irving, which one would we take? I am personally kind of a sucker for leaning into either finesse or balance. I don't know. I do not know. Balance is low weight more often than not. We do see that it has a lower weight. So what weight does is, if you look at a weapon, it will have a weight to it, and that gets subtracted from a unit's speed stat, which means if you're running around with like a power weapon, it's much easier for a unit to double attack you because they just need 5 more speed than you, right? I believe that's how that works. I think we're going balance here. I think we're going balance. We kind of have like our mid accuracy here. We have like mid crit. Damage goes up by 1. Cool. And we don't have any weight. Let's do that. Whoop. Our balance is the way to go. He's less like a warrior and more... Mind you, this is... I'm speculating on a lot of these things. I never finished the game. I've never really got far into it either. So a lot of this is speculation or me extrapolating from completely different games. Irving, from the bit that I played, felt less like a warrior and more like a roadblock. Like a, hi, I'm in the way, and you can't get past me. And for a character like this, it's important that you don't get doubled, because that reduces your roadblockiness. And it's important to be like, to be reliable, right? To put out reliable levels of damage, to put out like a medium that you can like calculate with. And that's kind of all we're doing. So we do this. And then for our next character, Bianca. Let's go Bianca. I remember really liking Bianca's playstyle. Bianca, can we check units real quick? We can check units. So Bianca is an adept. Piercing damage, chain armor, battle maiden. Allies within 2 tiles gain plus 8% power. So you kind of just want to plonk her down somewhere, and then everyone around gets stronger. Mind you, 8% power is oftentimes the difference between like 1 or 2. So not that huge, but it's something. So, I don't want to play her crit. I kind of want to build her crit. I'm going to build her crit. This might be wrong. Actually, anything I do might be entirely wrong. We're building a crit. Fuck this. Shopper. This is the other thing I wasn't like super fond of. Like the shop menu and like units equipment is a bit fucking wonky. I wasn't super fond of unit management. And I don't think I will be this time either. So we have a Guga Steak for 5 HP. Borean Tubers are healing. A Blood Orange is healing. Oysters are healing. A Spicy Meatball. And there's the Hot Bean Juice, which is permanent +2 speed. Ah. Okay, yeah, that was super fucking worth getting. +2 speed is monstrous, right? That is monstrous. Huh. Interesting. You just get a plus speed item this early in the game. I would tie myself into a knot of indecision. That's what I'm currently doing. that is where I'm currently at. So let's go manage this. Obviously, like, we're not carrying this. We're storing this. We also don't need 3 healing items on one person. I would much rather have a healing item on the one person who can't heal herself. And Lincoln, you don't need this. You do need... We don't have other healing items. I kind of want 2 healing items per person. Just to stay safe for now while we learn. So now we deal with the question of... who's getting +5 HP? And the answer is the roadblock. Have this. Eternal aspects. Now, I shan't give you the tips. If this is your first playthrough, you will surely build perfectly correctly. It's sort of my first playthrough Extreme Cream Dream. We played this game on launch, and I bounced off of it super hard. There was something, and it was probably me just being annoyed by something at work or whatever, that made me like, kind of like crash out on this. And then I didn't play it anymore, but we never really got far. And mind you, I don't know how many chapters are in the game. Don't tell me. Don't even give me an estimate. We got to like chapter 9, which isn't particularly far into the game as far as I'm concerned. So I know fuck all. +2 speed. +2 speed. That happened with me too. I crashed out hard, but I think it's because I no-lived it for a bit. That's fair. That's fair. I do want to get through this because like DD2 looks fantastic. Like the demo for DD2 looked fucking sick. And I'm very interested in, like, I will play that day one, so I kind of owe it to like get the story beforehand, right? So who's getting +2 speed? Who's getting +2 speed? 2 lines of thought. Either, well, actually multiple line of thoughts. We can give this to someone that has to reliably tank stuff, whose speed is defensively important. Or we give this to someone that is already fairly speedy to secure their doubles. Or we give this to someone that is on mid-speed in order to give them a chance to double something. I have no fucking idea. First of all, I don't really know what most of these characters do to begin with, right? Like, I have no clue. So let's see what we have for speed. Speed 5. Speed 10. So Bianca isn't getting it because Bianca's already fucking zooming. Irving on 7, which means he usually won't get doubled or doesn't double. Same with Elias. I remember Elias being really fucking bad. But that might have been my stat rolls last time around. But Elias was like the biggest unit disappointment I ever saw. I remember Shia being decent, although she was getting her shit punched in all the time. We saw that in this mission, so good. We could give that to her. I wouldn't mind. Alden is already on 10 speed, on 8 speed. Alden would go to 10. We could give it to Alden. Mareep over here is going to be fine, and Garrick is a candidate. What would you think, Twitch chat? What would you think? I'm going to sit here for an hour debating this, so I'm opening this up to the class. Who would you give this to? Without seeing the enemy speeds. Yeah, Graham, exactly right. It's also hard to tell because like a +2 speed right now feels like it has a shit ton of implications for long term. Because +2 speed is a lot, right? Give what to? The hot bean juice. We could also, Florple, that is the fourth line of thought. That's a very good point. We could just not use it. When someone you like shows up. So I have a question that I do want an answer to from people that have played this further than me. One of my concerns when handing out stat items always is, but what if this person leaves next chapter? This is something that I'm always afraid of, right? We get new units fairly early. We get new units very, very frequently, Bell. That is true. This game has a pretty big roster. It has a pretty big roster. You should go to units that move far or who have high double hit chance. Alternatively, speed should also go to units that have high crit chance. Like, there is an argument to, like, make Bianca go speed 12 and just say, you know what? Fuck you. That doesn't exist in this game. So no units we recruit ever leave. Is that what he's saying, Florple? Is a JFG item hoarder, yeah, I'll save things longer than I should, or be like, YOLO, then regret. Yeah. After getting through halfway... through my first playthrough, I started to finally understand stats and realize I nerfed my characters pretty hard with the wrong items/classes. If you kind of plan your builds out, it makes it much, much more enjoyable. The issue is I don't know what builds are in this game. No one leaves. Okay, thank you. That helps. Florple, that helps a lot. That helps a lot without really spoiling much. I appreciate that. Thank you. So, I could plan out builds, but I don't know what builds are. I don't know how any system works. I have a very rough recollection of the class system, but I would need a lot of additional information to do this, and I don't want that information. Because that's a bit too much, right? Even if it makes it more enjoyable to have, like, good units, I'll stumble through this myself, right? We're gonna keep this. We're gonna keep this bean juice until later. Speed also helps prevent your slower characters from getting doubled. Yes, Extreme Cream Room. That's the first thing I said. The first thing I said was that the first path would be to give it to someone that is taking a lot of hits defensively so that they don't get doubled as much. Specifically, the idea is here, I could give this to Irving because he's currently Irving main character, right? So he's probably always there. And he's probably going to have to play a major role. I'm still burned from main character dies, game ends. So what if we secure the tank to not get doubled on so much, right? I'd also love the design of someone that sucks and then you can shove steroids in them. There was a really angry redhead mage lady, wasn't there? I have a type. We'll get there, we'll get there. For now, let's go get, like, some basic fucking healing in. We have some money. We're gonna eat this. Everyone else is fine. Okay. You're getting the spray bottle? No! You got to way late in the game? I don't think she joined. She might have just been an enemy. And like I said, Florple, our save file was chapter 9. The one and only I did was chapter 9. And it didn't feel far in the game, considering the save file read like 4 hours or something. So it wasn't really. I saved over it now. Alright. What we can also do is we can buy weapon tokens. We can't buy level 2s. But we can buy level 1s if we have characters that we want to upgrade. And as a matter of fact, I kind of do have characters that I want to upgrade. So let's get... kind of want to get 2 minimum. Let's get 2 of them for now. And then the people that want to upgrade is we're absolutely running Shia. There's no world in which we don't. For different reasons, actually. I really like rogue characters. I really, really like rogue characters. And also because, don't worry about it. Sounds like that character from Symphony of War. Oh yeah, no shit! Tripio, you're right. Now I'm confusing this for Symphony of War. Boom! Now I'm pulling an effort. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. That was Symphony of War. Never fucking mind. Affid, you did this to me. Why would you do this? I'm just gonna be playing crit a lot, aren't I? I'm just gonna be playing crit a lot. Yeah, I'm just gonna be playing crit a lot. Don't worry about it. Alright. Symphony was good. No, it wasn't. The first half of Symphony was good. That's it. The first half of Symphony was outstanding. And then the second half was... You already saw all of the new units, so, like, progression pacing was bad. The story went into the writer's, like, barely disguised fetish. You just Mary suit your way, like, across the entire countryside. And then the game ended on the most unpleasant ending imaginable. An ending that they had to write out in a future patch. I will hold. I know this isn't the common opinion. If you look at Steam, like, people fucking loved the game. Symphony of War was really good on the first half, and then we got, like, giant, like, fetish lady, which ruined the art style in more way than one. I'm sorry, I fucking hated it. We got a story that was just fucking awful after your character dies, then gets resurrected because they're super special awesome. And, like, nothing. It was just, if we have to have a time jump because we have to have a time jump because we rode ourselves into a corner, it sucked balls. Yes, Hatchney, that was that game. By the way, that was the part I loved. If it ruined stuff, it absolutely ruined stuff. The game looked beautiful, the unit and, like, the combat, by the way, in Symphony of War, the combat is fucking fantastic. The only thing that ruins the combat is that about halfway through the game, you already have unlocked everything you could ever unlock. And then you're just kind of sitting there going, I guess I've got half the game to play with no fucking progression anymore. Cool. Yeah. Unfortunate. They're making another one. Obviously, I think it's supposed to be a trilogy, right? I will be playing the next one. I hope they've learned from it. And the first half was incredibly good. Incredibly good. So for RPGs, I've been siphoning through a lot of them. Currently on Romancing Saga 2! And honestly, I have to say that the best RPG I've ever played was actually an HRPG, The Last Sovereigns. It was made in RPG Maker. We can't talk too in-depth about it here, but my god, it is so good. This is an area that I'm completely unfamiliar with. If I needed more info on this, I could ask my wife. She plays this. Like, she plays a lot of, smart, quote-unquote. And she sometimes goes on tirades of like, no, this is an actually good game. This isn't just about the porn. Like, okay, yes, honey, fine. Pat. Okay. It's alright. Don't worry, I'm not judging you. I mean, I am, but like, it's fine. Let her do her thing. I don't fucking mind, right? To each their own. But I have I've never had like any interest in that regard. So I know nothing about the swathe of games in there, right? I have no fucking idea. The best RPG I've ever played was Grandia 2. Fight me. Grandia 2. That's it. A lot of the smart games have some pretty great features and functions. I mean, just because a game is, like, has, like, adult elements in it doesn't mean that the gameplay necessarily has to be bad, right? It's something that we see in other video games a lot, too. In, like, mainstream stuff, right? Just because a game is, like, a fucking head-to-head brawler, like a fighter, doesn't mean that its story has to be bad, right? Just because a game is an online like FPS doesn't mean that the campaign mode has to suck. I mean, most often it does mean that nowadays, but oftentimes we look at a genre and we know the genre for one thing, and that means we initially assume that it can't be anything else. And like, why shouldn't that extend to more like adult-oriented age games as well, right? I mean, all the age games are adult-oriented, but anyway, why shouldn't that extend there too, right? Just because they have like that pornographic element to it. Like, why does that have to mean they're bad in terms of gameplay? I don't know. It's not something I can super speak on. Well, for this one, for me, like, sans the smut, it's still so good. All right, yeah, cool. I'm probably, like, usually when people list interesting games, I'll be like, oh, I'll look into it. But for me, like, that's an active, I kind of don't want to. Like, don't take this as me judging you, by all means. I'm not really into it. Like, for me, it's an active stay away from it, even if the gameplay might be good, right? Because there are tits doesn't mean there isn't a compelling story. Don't worry, I'm just gonna linger on this page for a second, like, for no reason. I'm not trying to illustrate anything here. I realized that Care hijacked my brain mid-typing there, apparently, and made me type mere instead of mean. Gotcha. Alright. Totally get it, and I don't take it personally, don't worry. It's just the empire management on such a grand scale that shapes the world so much more deeply than any other game that I've played. Fucking interesting. Like grand management, stuff like this. Cool. This is something, I know it got repetitive really quickly, right? But remember Kingmaker? Pathfinder Kingmaker? I actually really like the empire management. It got a bit much, and it took a lot of time in the end. That wasn't fucking necessary, but like, I kind of enjoyed that. Right? Just up ahead here. This is it.
Give them no quarter.
Positions, everyone. Let's make short work of these criminals. I'm really looking forward to the full voice acting on DD2, by the way. Just like, yeah. I'm talking Crusader Kings. Listen. Just a moment, darling. I'm out of breath. Maybe if you'd listen to me instead of stuffing your face full of biscuits at the palace. Not the biscuits, dear, I assure you. It's all this gold. Couldn't those bankers have spared us an ass or two? Or perhaps a few bodyguards to protect it? They're much too miserly for that. Besides, the king keeps these roads in good shape for travelers like us. If travelers like you have any mind to leave in good shape, you best be handing over your valuables nice and easy. I'd like to take a look at this gold.
Really?
Take a look at this, lowlife. If it's a fight you want, you'll have it. I reckon the other prisoners could use a bit of company. Prisoners? Prisoners, you say? Well, let's do this. Alright, this is not a... I forgot that it does this too. Defeat as many bandits as you can before they scatter and regroup. I wish it would stop doing this. So we know crab cake is just healing, right? A raw egg. Can I inspect items? Is a raw egg a stat item? A tier 1 totem, we want that. A Voring Tuber is just healing. A Voring Tuber is just healing. So the only thing that might be interesting is on this guy down here. And of course, he's level 6 and looks really, really scary. So, let's go work our way down here into the lion's den, shall we? All enemy range isn't like super helpful. What do we have in terms of power? 16. Ah, okay. We're now getting to the scary guys. The scary guys being barbarians with damage versus plates, chain, leather. What are you on? You're on plate, aren't you? Fuck. So we want, ideally, we want someone in leather that has high defense. This is not something we have, is it? We could also take someone with high dodge. Because these guys suck in terms of accuracy. They don't suck that much. Unfortunately. There's another one that is not smut, very much like it's called Noblesse Oblige, Legacy of the Sorcerer Kings. Not aged and plays exactly like TLS. It's an alpha and only has like 11 chapters done. Interesting. See, this is one thing, Cream Dream, that I will absolutely write down. Thank you. She might be able to do that. She might be able to do that. She might also be able to just fucking die. Which is what I'm worried about. We can kind of check this out here. They have a 68% hit chance. This guy is really high hit though. If we now go to our little upgraded dagger, 22% crit a B. And she might be able to do this. We could put her over here and say, hey, tank this. I don't super love that. Not gonna lie. We're in chain, right? 7 defense on chain. We take 9 from these. This is another one that we could... Hey, please. We're on javelin here. Well, this is pretty nifty. Obviously, like, the first attack into this guy is from range. Like, the first attack is always going to be from range. Whoop.
Can do.
And then we're gonna start this off early. Oh,
Leave some for me.
I think you get along well with the developer. He's very chatty in his Discord. I do talk a lot without saying much. I do have the unfortunate problem of, like, talking a lot. Do you think we can do this? Like, what are you? You're on... Versus chain, you're minus 5%. So basically it's... Like, who gives a shit, right? Basically it's 16 minus 8. We take... Like, all 3 of these can't kill him. This guy, on the other hand, is power 14. Oh, never mind. We could legitimately play this move and then just pretend we're going to be fine. As long as we don't feed them our plate users. Right? God, I kind of want to try this. We could also do this. Hold up. These guys have too much range for my liking.
Thought you'd never ask.
If we step up here and we commit to, like, this attack, that could be something. Ooh. On stream, perhaps entertainingly? I don't know, like, sometimes it's not very entertaining, Frab, is it? The gift of gab is gloriousness. It kind of is. There are days when I'm just fucking worse at it, right? Obviously, but man, do I just love talking at people. There's a long description of how to do something. Me, that's a lot of quacking, duck. My favorite is Cream Dream. My favorite is when we're playing turn-based tactics, and I lay out like an entire turn and my thoughts behind an entire turn. Then I start going through everything, and about a minute in, I'm immediately proven wrong on all of it. So we just spent 20 minutes talking through a hypothetical, and then it all falls apart. That's my favorite. Don't you feel like that's well invested time? We just in this can't even adjust starting formation. Yes, we cannot adjust starting formation, and I don't like that part at all. That's a major gripe. I'm gonna commit to this. Fuck it.
Between the eyes.
Never punished. Just never punished. There we go. Okay, so now we have to tank, like, one guy.
It's good to be me.
Oh! Yeah, baby. Sign me the fuck up. So this is 14. You are going into leather. Ah. Oh, no, you're going into chain. Never mind. This is the system, by the way, I don't like. You're fucking with, like, fixed numbers a lot, and then suddenly you have percentages. I don't mind percentages, mind you, but nothing else does. So, now I have to deal with that. In this case, they're going into chain, so they're already minus, so I'm just going to ignore it. Meaning they're going 10 into a 9 now. Or 14 into 9, which means we take 5, whatever. We can't retaliate, it's okay. Now I'm sort of incentivized to keep going for it, right? These are all plate users, except for Elias, who's on chains. We're going to keep the plate users out of it. We could go forward. I'm not going to. Poke, poke, poke! I didn't think about this one, but it's fine.
All trails lead home.
All trails lead home, he says, because he's about to be benched. Dude, please stop that. You're embarrassing me in front of the wizards. Oh, Lord. Oh, a crit would have been so sweet there. But no, never mind. She styled on them anyway. What did I say about keeping the plate users out of harm's way? Thank God they missed. I do not want to have to heal Marin. Like, ever, basically. Alright. Fucking time to play, eh? We get to just roam. What to do with Alden? Ooh. Missiles. We play KDM and go through a full rundown of how tech items work, and then the party completely ignores your advice and dies the next hunt. So I haven't really talked about this on stream, but I'm gonna take what Dream just said and I'm gonna like talk about it real quick. One thing that I'm planning to do, and this isn't happening this month. It's not happening next month either. I'm hoping it's happening around the middle of the month. I am planning on starting 2 new campaigns. Not for KDM. For KDM, I think we'll stick to the VTuber board game group. I love those guys and girls. Wonderful people, all in all. But there are 2 other campaign-based board games that have majorly captured my interest. And I want to start campaigns with people for those. I like to play with y'all, but I'm not a VTuber. To be honest, VTuber board game night is a specific VTuber thing. I don't think the other ones are like VTuber-centric. I'll see. I'll see how things go. Obviously, it'll be like streamer collab stuff, right? However, Dream, we do have a community night coming up that's also not announced yet. There's a lot of sneak peeks right now. And community night is jump onto Discord. It's not streamed on Twitch. It's just on Discord, hanging out in voice channel. Whoever joins, like, we just play with people, right? Stream around 6 to 7 CST. See, that one's rough. What's CST? CST, Cthulhu Standard Time. What time is it in Raleigh right now? What do you think? 2:30 p.m. right now, so 5 hours from now. 2:30 right now. So you are 6 hours behind. 6 hours behind me, okay. Oh, it's Central Standard. Yeah, so, okay, so normally it would be 5 hours, but you all already went through daylight savings and ours is at the end of the month. So, like, you're about 5, right? 5 to 6 out. Gotcha. Oh no, it would be 7. Never mind. I fucking lie. It would be 7 hours out, right? Right now it's 6 hours, and then when we advance 1, you'll be 7 out. Yeah, that one's super fucking rough. If we ever have one that does line up with you, or that like lines up in an area where you find the time, you have now been added to people to annoy to board games with. I have a list. I have a list, he says threateningly. Oh, we just take the 100 here. Bonk! But yeah, I've had a bunch of people ask, like, hey, can I join this, can I join this? And the answer in general is, like, for board game night, for, like, community board game night, I'm happy to just play with anyone. For, like, VTuber board game night, obviously, like, that was supposed to be a flex group. It didn't turn out to be. It's... Or very holy shit, lady, let's go! It's a very distinct group of people, but for the new projects, I'm not gonna tell you which games. Some long-term viewers might know like a game or 2 that I'm talking about. But I have 2 other campaign-based board games that I'm super looking forward to playing with people. But I don't have any people lined up yet. I have a list of people that I want to ask. But there are no, like, specifics about it. Just yet. We just commit to this, right? Like, this sucks no matter how we do it. Ichi! Speaking of cool other streamers. Ichi! How you doing? Hello, good morning. How are you today? Oh, this lines up easily. Oh, that was unnecessary.
Right now.
45?
I won't lose you.
Garrick over there with the railgun.
In position.
Oh boy. I messed up. So I messed up and I didn't position correctly, which means this friend over here is now exposed to basically getting doubled. So I need to move.
Wrong day to play hero.
Bianca turning out to be an early favorite. What board games would they be? I would love to try some more than my usual suspects one day. So for community night coming up, I'll announce community night proper. And give you like proper times and what we're actually playing. We are going to be playing a co-op thing. That's all I'm saying. And the other two are like campaign-based, long-form board games. Yeah, I'll talk about these when like plans are a bit more final. When like I've sussed out the specifics a bit more. Wonderful, Garrick acting as spade there. Sweet. You can always have me on the list for games for people who are around to listen. To be banned for headpads. I'm not picky for the list you put me on. Actually, I might be. You're already on way too many lists, Siren. Obviously not way too many as in I would complain about it. But you have made it onto a lot of good lists, friend. A lot of them. Did you know that Siren's really fucking cool? Twitch chat? Were you aware of this? This is a little factoid I sometimes keep to myself. You know what? You know what? I'm not afraid of you. You suck. We tank. Fuck this. This'll be fine.
Awaiting orders.
I forgot that we have another healer now, so it's not just Marin all the time. Let's go heal Bianca. We're gonna move Bianca down. As well. She can start. We're gonna ignore these guys, right? I don't really care about a Vorian tuber. Yo, wait! That's just a VTuber! This joke was obvious to everyone except me. Go shoot them. Go shoot this man. We didn't shoot this man. That's
I guess.
a minor issue. Right? Is this a minor issue? Ooh, this is a minor issue. Good dodge, good dodge.
At your disposal.
We just chain him down, right? Surely we just chain this guy down. We just chain him down. You're not going anywhere. Oh, I forgot we had Alden. Never mind. Fuck, the chain was wrong. The chain was wrong. What's the highest hit chance we have here? Bam! Well, good enough. That you awesome, did you know that? Chat's pretty cool. Parks are the coolest over ducks. Listen, excuse me. Siren is on best shortlist for sure. She really is. So I haven't talked about this much, but we are obviously currently exporting all of the VODs to YouTube. There is now a YouTube VOD channel. It's not public yet. Nothing's public yet because it's not clean. Everything looks a bit wonky. But I want you all to know this. I need you all to know this. The fucking VOD channel only exists and only works because Siren is currently busy every day grabbing VODs and uploading them to the stupid YouTube channel.
Too easy.
Like, I'm not doing any of that because I've always said this and I believe this firmly. I can't be fucking bothered with YouTube. But the only reason that we're going to keep some of the VODs that we have here from the last 4 years is because Siren is currently working her ass off, exporting all of it. And I figured I'd want you all to know this because Siren's pretty fucking cool. Oh, it's just lasting more than I thought. I'm afraid for my groceries. Oh no, your fridge is off. Fuck, I'm so sorry, Affit. This is kind of bad, right? I like the defense. Like, man's getting... Oh no, man's getting really tanky, but... Oh, hell, Siren, hell yeah. So, just that you're aware, Siren is doing a shit ton. And I think it needs to be said that she's, like, not getting shit for it.
I won't let you
like,
fall.
I wish,
Stay with me.
I wish this was, like, a paid position. It is not.
My heart.
She's just doing this because she's fucking nifty. Swear to God, like, it's never been a goal, but if this channel ever makes money, the first thing I'm doing is paying mods. like the first thing we're doing. Alas, it does not. Don't worry, this is not an attempt to get you to change that. Please do not. One crit, please.
Wrong day to play hero.
Ask and ye shall receive. You're biased. I mean, you would be biased, Misty, but you're also right. The nifty thing is that you're not just biased, you're also correct. And my fridge died last week, 2 days after my family went grocery shopping for the week. Fuck. Holy crap. So my plan for this guy was to chain him down and then just range him to death. It turns out we don't need to do that at all because Bianca is apparently God-made manifest. Goodbye.
Didn't give him much of a chance, huh?
No one in chat can be biased. Yeah. No one could ever be biased. You're right. We bait. We do the bait. Oh no, what did I just miss? Oh no, I missed something. Hold up. What is that sound? That's usually streamloots, right? No, that was what. There you go.
What?
Uh-oh.
Just 8 more levels away from Hunter rank 100.
Yo, AJ! Hella good work. Well done, well done. Well done indeed. Green Dream! Green Dream, thank you for the 20 bucks. Says tip for Siren. You better send to them. I will. Siren. Green Dream, just send me $20 and they will be going to Siren immediately after stream. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I will happily send that on. Siren, if I don't, tell people. This is not for me, this is for you.
Can do.
Hold me to this. No, but seriously, thank you. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me that, like, she is doing all of this work because, like, legitimately, I'm so stubborn on the whole hobbyist thing, right? I'm so stubborn on the whole, like, I don't want to do the parts of streaming that aren't fun
Also,
for me.
sorry I don't sub. I have turbo and I often forget.
Okay, let me be clear on something. Never apologize for that. We have a shit ton of people that have been in this community for, like, coming up on 7 years that, like, never subbed. And that's fine. I need you to know that that's fine. Whatever the reason may be, right? Whatever the reason may be, I don't ever want people to feel like they need to apologize for not subbing or not being here all that often or, like, not giving me shit or not giving me enough shit. That's right. I don't ever want people to feel guilty about this. First and foremost, I want to, like, entertain people, which means I want to do shit for you. And then if you are in a position and you deem that worthwhile to, like, give me stuff back, more fucking power to you, and thank you so much for the support. That's insane. But don't ever feel like you need to, or you don't ever feel like you should. That I mean this, truly. Having said that, thank you for the 2 months. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And Balthazar, thank you for the 62 months. And thank you for the hype train, everyone. I apologize, I'm not worthy. Call me a worm. You worm! I would still love you if you were a worm. Fine. Down to the ground. No, I can't do that. This is doing things for certain people, and, like, I'm not leaning into that niche. If you don't, you'd get to see my corpse pie room. Sorry for not loving this chat and I guess streamer. It's fine, Affit. You've got other things going for you. I never subbed. Craig keeps spoiling me with subs. Craig does this. Like, what's Craig up to? Like 300 sub gifts now? It's insane. Not giving you shit, but it's fun to give you grief. Exactly, that's what I mean, right? Right. Just wanted to point out I won too. I'm just dumb and I always forget. Thank you so much. Really. I like, it's so annoying, right? In an industry where, like, you deal with streamers a lot that like demand to have a certain amount of revenue from their viewer base, or where you deal with streamers that flat out need to because their survival kind of depends on it, right? I want to really point out like how extra this really is, because to me that's what it is, right? I want the, hey, this person subbed to stand like leagues above, oh no, they didn't sub. Like, always, right? If creams work, can I feed them to my chickens? And they do it. I will say this, no kink shaming. I do openly practice kink judging, but I won't shame you for it. I will judge you, happily. Happily and, most importantly, to your face. But I shan't shame you for it. I just acquired a new living place this year, and while I want to sub, I also want to let the dust settle from that choice. Preb, absolutely. So fucking lootly. Thank you for being here. Like, stay safe. Like, stay safe yourself. Make sure that you are well off, first and foremost. And then make sure that the people around you are well off. And then make sure that you bought yourself a nice ice cream. And then make sure that, like, everything else you need is set for, right? And then somewhere on this list, like on spot 2000 comes, like, maybe consider, like, giving the streamer that you watch sometimes some money. Or whatever, right? But that comes fucking last. Do something for charity instead. You know what? Do something for charity instead. Sorry, I know I'm going on about this. But it's something that I feel like very strongly about. It's something that I feel very, very strongly about because I know people that legitimately start feeling bad for not being able to contribute to, like, tip goals or shit like this, right? And it legitimately upsets me when people feel that way. Like, we're entertainers trying to make an entertaining thing for you so that you have a better day. Or at least that's how I see my position here, right? If I elicit this feeling of making you feel bad about something, then I fucking fail my job, right? Then I fail my fucking job. So, anyway. Craig, thank you for the 100 bits. Thank you very much. Pizza Fund. I know that feeling, but I've gotten better about it. I'm going to single you out here, Craig. I'm going to single you out, okay? I'm going to single you out. You are the last person that should ever feel bad about this. I'm gonna put... Okay, Craig, come up. You come up in front of class right now. You come up in front of class right now. You stand here, young man. Craig... Not only, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna click your little name, friend. Craig not only has a bits badge that is beyond, like, good and evil, like, way beyond good and evil. Craig also has a gift badge for over 200 gift subs. And on top of all of this, the stuff that you do not see on this channel is that whenever I go to one of my friends and I want to watch their stream and, like, my sub lapsed, or, like, I don't subscribe to people much. I'm sorry, I just don't really. This is something that I feel bad about. If I say hello in chat and I'm not subscribed in a chat, like, with one of my friends, Craig takes about 2 seconds and then gifts me a sub. So in addition to all of the shit that Craig does here, he also, like, showers me in regular gift subs to other channels. And I know that I am not the only person you do all of this for, sir. And I want you to know that I fucking appreciate everything you've done over all of these years, because Craig has been here for an eternity. And he's been, like, supporting the ever-loving shit out of me, and he's enabled me to do a lot of things. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's a bunch of funding that is basically, like, there's a lot of art that is basically funded by Craig. I'm not gonna lie to you about it. But you are the last person that should ever feel bad for not doing enough. Because you've gone, like, above and beyond anything. You're so far beyond the horizon, people in the Dark Ages think you fell off the fucking planet. I could not feel more strongly about this. So the art comes from Craig's B-list. That's an MJM comment, not coming from MJM. Hell yeah, Fred. That's a great one. Siren, quote that man, please, if you would be so kind. Also, by the way, if you ever catch Craig streaming, Craig's also just like... I'm gonna mischaracterize you. Craig's a very soft, cuddly, warm person, and you should totally watch Craig streams when they happen. Craig's an enabler? Yes. Absolutely. I looked at Twitch recap in January, 6.5k spent on bit subs, and that didn't include donos. 6.5k dollars? In January? US dollars. That's a lot of US dollars. Listen. I'm not gonna like for last year. For some people that's the world, right? For some people that's nothing. For some people that's a reasonable amount, for some people that's unreasonable. I hate like looking at monetary values and like saying something about it. Because like we all come from different areas. We all come from different backgrounds. We all come from different like quality of life things. That's a lot of money. But I know, but like I don't know, like it's hard to talk about this, right? It's really hard to talk about this. There's certainly some people that I've supported a lot. There are certainly some people that like get supported a lot, and there are certainly some people that really, really appreciate it. I have to run away now before the migraine eats me. Balth, stay safe, take care of yourself. Have a good one, alright? Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. Alright, everyone. Enough of this. Oh, super. This lines up with the hype train finishing. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. And now let me murder all of these bandits in thy honor. To be honest, this year I need to save up and finally get a working model. Feels silly to not have a face on stream. I mean, if that's what you want to do, right? I've said it before, like, I never wanted to be a VTuber. This was supposed to be a joke. And to be perfectly honest with you, the joke was supposed to last about a month before we all agree that, haha, this was funny, and then I'm not a VTuber anymore. That was kind of the intent. Yeah, so that didn't work out. It's now been, like, what, 2 years as a VTuber? 2 years? That forced Cat to be a ZTuber? It's true. It is true. I've really come to appreciate this. Like, for example, if I'm on someone else's stream, and I'm only on, like, reactive, I miss being able to do this. Like, I miss being able to move around and just, like use expression and movement. To, like, show something. I'm not very good at it, mind you. My model also isn't, like, super deep on the facial expressions, obviously, mostly because I'm a duck. So there's people that do a lot with their model, that have a lot they can convey with it. Like, I've always been on a more basic thing. I love this model, don't get me wrong. And this is also kind of the style that I want to stick with and that I want to keep going for. But this was never supposed to be a thing for that long. So, like, if that's what you want to go for, abso-fucking-lutely. It's certainly a bloody decision, right? It's...
Not bad, not bad.
But at the end of the day, you know what it isn't? It's not really different from just streaming, quote-unquote, normally. Like, you hear a lot of VTubers going like, oh, like, this is, like... As a VTuber, I go through these problems, only for them to list, like, some basic generic shit that every streamer goes through. And then you go like, hey, listen, you're not that special, you know? It still comes with all the, like, normal territory, plus more shit you have to worry about. Please hit. Thank God. Just gotta commit to an artist. That was the hard part for me, too. Like, finding an artist that I enjoyed was not easy. I'm glad that my first choice artist, Mari, basically just went, yeah, sure, I can do that. And from there on out, I didn't have to worry anymore. Gun chain, right, okay. But trying to find an artist that, A, you can trust, because, like, models are fucking expensive, right? Like, a lot. Some of these cost a fortune. So you need to find an artist that you can trust with that level of money, that you can trust with a project that will quite frankly take a while.
At a time.
Like, a model is not made in a day. Some of these take months, really, right? We're gonna eat this, aren't we? We're gonna eat this. I'm gonna eat this axe just so that I can remove this guy. That's exactly what we're doing. Like, building like a working, trusting relationship like this is fucking difficult. Like, I hope you can find someone to work with whose art style you can appreciate, who you like, who you can also like work together with, right? I lucked out a lot. I really lucked out. Especially because my second choice of artist slash rigger, would have been, I think, about 4 times as expensive. Which is already, like, I'm not made of money, you know? You didn't manage to duck out of the VTuber responsibilities, Alex. I did not. And also, boo.
Lighter with every swing.
Listen, as long as I get strength, I'm happy, but I would really like speed level ups. I would really appreciate a speed level. You know what? I think this would be fun. I think this would be really fun. Never mind. Sometimes you luck for a crit. For the longest time, I wanted to make a specific character, but over the last year, I think I've decided to be a slime held by someone or on their head. See, that's adorable, and I'm not biased at all. Like, I'm not biased whatsoever, right? Like, speaking about creatures sitting on cute anime girls, like, I would never, obviously.
Let's do
That
it.
is beyond the pale. I understand the appeal, right? For me, the problem was always, hey, like, I don't want to be like a female-facing VTuber. Like, I'm a dude, right? And I've always been thus. I don't want to give people the wrong impression. I don't want to like make people feel like I'm trying to impersonate something. But I already have this mascot. What do I do with her? I also don't want to re-get all of my art and like pay for like 50 new emotes and all of that, right?
We've got you.
So it just felt natural to like combine all of these things. Shia, you're tanking. Good luck. Like, missing out on the cute anime girl appeal is a loss, but I also don't want to be a female-facing. There's a lot of really competent male VTubers, but the meme, and like, do not take this for like hard currency, right? But the meme in VTubing is always, there are 2 things you cannot be. That's male and old. Obviously not true. I'm both. But like, that is the like funny assumption in it, right? Oh, that was gonna be cool. That was gonna be such a sweep. At the end of the day, you just have to find a model that works for you, that you feel comfortable in. That's really all it is, by the way. Fuck. You have to find like a shell that you are comfortable in. And that could be a lot of things. That could be a lot of things, right?
You're making me look bad.
I love that we're 20 base here. Do we like start fucking with this now? What do we have? We have like 2 more turns. I am super tempted to just like not.
We've got you.
I think we're not gonna engage with this. We're just gonna end turn. We're just gonna throw some heals and be done with it for free XP. I wanna find a shell that I make others uncomfortable in.
Right away.
Oh, we're doing like horror VTubing? Oh, we don't have any more heals. Okay, never mind. The synchronized tough guy axe animation, the only way it could be better if they were finger snapping. I was about to make that joke at the end of your sentence, Crembo.
What would you do without me?
We're getting some like axe-based West Side Story up in this bit. Let's go. Absolutely. A brain slug? Hell yeah. I mean, you can go a lot of routes with a concept like this, right? Going like cute slime creature on anime, you can do a lot of things with this. But it's also a concept that needs an artist that's like good at their shit for, right? Overall, I like it. I like it a lot. Look here. This one seems to have been carrying a map of some kind. It's got a couple of ambush sites marked and several paths leading back to a place called Drakenweld Manor. What kind of amateur crime lord lets their henchmen run about with a map of their secret hideout? It's rather crudely drawn. I wouldn't be surprised if the bloke made it himself. Well, let's hope he was a better cartographer than Bandit. Tell me, Elias, do you know anything of this place? Not specifically. The Drakenweld family was once quite influential in Duskwater and partly responsible for its founding as a mining town. It's just over the hill there. What happened to them? What always does. One bad air and a whole lot of empty coffers. If it's truly a noble manor, it will be well fortified. I suggest taking the afternoon to prepare. The cover of night might be just the advantage we need. Good man. It's refreshing to be among professionals. Your training serves you well. At least all those drills wiping windows are finally starting to make sense. Speak for yourself. What, I feel like Dread is going to become, Dream's going to become Rimuru? What? Huh? I don't get the reference, sorry. You could easily make everyone uncomfortable by starting with a normal VTuber avatar base and then doing— ah, spider! Spider. I'm looking at it. Sorry. I'm waiting for it to go away. Give me your reference. I don't get it, sorry. The reference misses me. Spider would also make people uncomfortable. Yeah, just have like a toggle that for like 2 frames changes your model into a giant spider. Then just go back. Please don't do that! It's waiting for you to look away because it wants to eat your Ghiblies. Not my Ghiblies! Eat those! For gibbling reasons. Rimuru is the whole reincarnated isekai as a slime. Sorry, I don't get it. Like, okay, you're referencing an anime I've never heard of. That's what it is. I accept that. I accept that. A button that makes your VTuber face scary Bilbo for a second. Ooh, I don't like that either. Surprise arachnophobia? No, I'm not surprised by my arachnophobia. It has been a thing for 30-odd years. Rimuru would be pretty cool. I think just a slime that can't shapeshift would be best, though. I don't want to change my name for a whole model. You could also get a model of a milkshake, and then you're like the cream on top of the milkshake. It's just that you talk, which, okay, never mind. That has a horror all of its own up to it. A model that makes you cast and wife? I mean, I don't know. Have a spider jump scare for your opening scene? No. No, thank you. Talking milkshake? Like, you know isn't there a Pokemon like this? What is it, like all creamy or something? There's a Pokemon that's basically like a dollop of cream. Like something like that. It looks kind of like a slime, but it's creamy with like a cherry on top and shit. And like sprinkles. Like there. That would be something. Milkshake slime / mimic be a great cool VTuber model. I think that would be fucking cool, yeah. You can't do the talking milkshake thing. Cartoon Network would sue. Fuck 'em. An orange cream colored slime? You could do that, yeah. A dollop of cream. Wait, why is that an A milkshake being held in someone's hand? You could, yeah, that would be something. Yeah, you could do that. The emote that all gamers do in bad situations. Press A? I press, like, my bad situation button is escape. What the heck you got there? A VTuber? Ooh. Get the emu in the background as well? Oh no, was it an ostrich? Some big landbound bird. Oh, button mashing! Okay, yeah, no, button mashing is valid. That one's fucking valid. After successfully ambushing the bandits, the party discovered the location of the bandit stronghold. They plan to take the night to prepare for a full assault. Drakenweld Manor, a dilapidated noble estate in the forest, has become home to a hive of brigands. Having heard mention of prisoners, the party agrees to make the safety of any captive their top priority. Upgrades! 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 We have 1 token, and we have a bit of money as well to invest. I kind of want to level Lincoln, but I don't quite know where we'd be going. I'm tempted towards... Something tells me green, but I can't put a finger onto why. Like, sometimes I just have like, ooh, pick this one. But I have no fucking idea. I'd probably go pickaxe instead. Or we just go hammer. We need speed for hammer, right? Like, we need a lot of speed. Maybe that's why I'm tempted to go towards the mace here. Time wobbly cute. By Jove, I've got it! You can be a plate of flan! 8 of 50, let's go. Hell yeah, Freb. Well done. Well done, well done. As raid music, my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. The boys! They're in my yard! Yeah, you can do a lot with that. I don't know. I don't know why I want to go focus. I hate not knowing this. Like, I looked at this and went like, oh yeah, focus will do. But I don't know why. Fuck, this annoys me. We're going focus. I'm listening to my inexplicable, like, stupid ideas. Who looted the... Oh, we never ate the Guga steak. Can we not use the raw egg? What the fuck? Why can't I not... There. Plus 2 strength permanently. Ooh. This has to go to someone with, like, low... Historically, we give strength ups to people with high speed, right? Oh no, not the boys! If we give this... This is going to Shia. Can we not eat things from here? Do we have to eat things in combat? Ugh. Don't like it. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. Just checked online and my power outage was estimated to last until 1 hour ago, but repair team did not start the repair yet. Fucking hell, I'm so sorry, Effit. That's really annoying. That is really annoying. What do we do with Alden? What do we do with Alden? You know what? Let's give me a token. We're getting Alden. Alden, my good man. I think I want to go balance. But I don't know. Once again, I don't know why. No lactin, but his growth is pretty good. I think we're going to commit to Alden simply because he's in the next game too. Pays Taxi? No. Oh, pays Tax. Magic Mythal. Well, in this case, it's Arcane Mythal. Electrician moment. Time is a suggestion, not something you plan for. Listen, they'll be here within 1 to 5 business years. We have low weight at range, right? That's something that we don't have with Garrick. So, yeah, fuck it. Let's go balance. Screw it. Just because it's fun to say for no good reason. That's why you should go Arcane Mythal. Arcane Mythal! I agree with you, Graham. I 100% agree with you. For some reason, that shit is really fun to say, isn't it? There is a gigantic exclamation mark next to bonds, and this is the second time that I just kind of go like, yeah, let's go on, let's go next. Next time we'll go through bonds. Not a bad spot. After a little remodel, some interior decorating, I could see the charm of this place. Well, no use knocking, I suppose. We should be careful. The first bandit mentioned prisoners. We don't want this to turn into a game of chicken featuring hostages. Speak for yourself, I'm rather fond of chicken. There's a joke in there somewhere. I'm not gonna make it. You may have noticed we're short on hostages, Shia. The sooner we ensure their safety, the better. Maybe if we're lucky, they'll help us fight our way to the leader. Right, traumatized prisoners are going to be in any traumatized prisoners are going to be in any shape to fight. Doesn't sound even remotely likely. It happens in all the stories I read. Could happen here. Well, let's hope we're in one of those stories. Let's do this. Do-do-do-do. Though this chapter doesn't have a turn limit, you receive more gold the faster you complete chapters. The less turn limit, the better. I, for one, do not like turn limits. And I am glad that we get to turn off turn limits in DD2. Even though we're playing at a higher difficulty, and I think I'm going to keep the all randomized abilities on for DD2, I am going to disable turn limits. I fucking hate turn limits. We can't even check them here. Boo. Wait, I remember her. Hold up. Her name was something weird. It's on the tip of my tongue. Was this Sloane? White hair mage girl? It was Slow something. Right? I despise tournaments of such situations, so do I. So do I. Every now and again, to like switch up the pace, I don't mind them, but if they're like a standard or like a typical, then I do not want them. Do not want them. It is Sloane. Yeah, I remember her. I remember her. Okay, this is another unit that I absolutely want to bring. So, we have dudes with armor. We're starting to have armor dudes, and we're starting to not have good answers for them. So, this is where we're going.
Coming in hot.
Oh, yeah, Alden, let's go. Good. Good, good, good. We don't need to double into this guy. Let me use my low movement armor knight, damn it. This is kind of what I'm dealing with in Lancer right now, because like the mech that I want to be playing, like what I want to be gearing towards, has like no movement whatsoever. And I have no idea how that's gonna go. That was the wrong weapon, wasn't it? I think that was the wrong weapon.
Right away.
Do you do more damage to plate? Oh, gods, yes. Okay. Hi. 35% bonus damage to plate. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that'll do. Never mind, it fucking won't. But they do 0 damage, so it's fine. Donk. And then we have to... No, shit! No, 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 that wasn't the button! No, I didn't want to confirm that. So obviously we're going to be splitting the party here. Also... Adamo Oyster. There's mages up there. You have a Blood Orange. You're just healing. Blood Orange, a tier 1 token. A tier 2 token. That's pretty sexy. A Blood Orange. And you have a Spicy Meatball. I'm pretty sure saying it like that is still considered a hate crime.
Together.
This side seems a lot more like physically inclined. Let's go send people. There's a lot of mages on the left, yeah. Like, the front line isn't, but... we need to send something over here that can tank these 2 idiots while we open this door, right? And then we can flood in. This side is the 2 mages more up front, and then we deal with a lot of shit. Who here has good fort? Fort 8, Fort 6. Right? That solves that issue.
Yield now or die.
Unfortunately, this doesn't make a difference. You should defeat all those enemy units with your 8 pawns. I think so, Grainbolt. I think we do need to kill everyone here. I
guess.
do believe that is the case. I would love a crit here. Oh lord! I've made a terrible mistake. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. No! Like a restart button. I fucked up like so hard here. This is super bad. I need the southern thief to go first. Because even if Shia dodges the middle guy, the southern guy just goes in next. And then that just kills her.
At least you'll die on your feet.
That's 26 damage. Cracked. Ow. It's a little bloodshed. This might be a reset map. This is very much looking like a reset. Wait, what?
Test your resolve.
What?
Leave some for me.
He goes into Irving? Oh. Yeah, no, abso-fucking-lutely. Sure. Never mind.
Fine by me.
No. Stop that. Stop being bad.
It's rude to stare.
Is it though? Is it though? So that went better than it should have. Much better than it should have.
Get up, Buttercup.
Like
Well,
a
it
lot
be-
better than it should have. We do have to go forward, right? These mages range exactly there. I need to connect this one, please. Saved by AI stupidity, very much so. Game was kind. Oh, bless it. Oh, bless it. We are going to be fine. Not for a lack of trying, mind you. I tried really hard to not be fine.
Your end
Oh.
approaches.
This also doesn't change anything. Oh no, you know what? We're staying exactly here. A 68 is a bit shitty to gamble on, but we're just not gonna miss. Listen, sometimes calling shots can be really powerful, and sometimes it's really scary. We are Fort 9, so they're gonna hit us for 6. What are you speeding on? True speed 3? Go fuck yourself. We get to double a mage? Why do we not get to double a mage here? We are on... Oh, we're true speed 5. Never mind. I misread that. They hit us for 8. There's a 1 in 5 that this ends it, obviously. Which I am going to take. We didn't get it. But even both of these going in doesn't do anything. So we take this. Ethel! Shia died Garou loved the game less. I mean,
I've got a lot
Listen.
to learn.
Once again, I have a type. Leave me alone. Don't worry, I remember Sloan. We'll get to Sloan in a second, and everything's gonna be fine. Having crit chances making me anticipate them critting. Oh no, absolutely, Graham, same. Absolutely same. Oh. Get bonked. Why that attacked in melee, I will never know. You had a perfectly fine range option there. Will not leave you alone. Listen. Listen. Perfectly fine. It's nothing weird. Nothing weird about it at all. Kill this man.
Time to turn the tide.
I love how every single one of our crits has been kind of unnecessary so far. They're either not changing the math or they're killing a unit that's already dead.
With every swing.
Can't knock one death, I suppose. You don't kill, right? You do not kill, that's fine.
What'll it be?
Why do I just remember Elias as a gigantic disappointment? Like, all I remember from Elias, like, all the feeling that I'm getting from him is just like, yeah, this guy sucked. I don't know why, though. Do not know why. This would probably kill.
Are you sure?
It's right on that. This also kills. Oh, this really kills. Never bloody mind. I need a crit is the Fire Emblem tradition. It's very true, Martu. It's very true. When's the next Fire Emblem, by the way? When is the next Fire Emblem? Are they already developed? Like, they must be developing it already, right? It must be in dev. You didn't utilize Elias right. He is quite nice in some classes. Chris, there's a very good chance that's true. There's an absolute good chance that that's true. I have no idea what I do with this. 22. 22. So... Really? What's your accuracy? 166? There's no world in which this is right. Right? Oh, fuck. Oh, no, there's 3. Do we stay here, bait this guy first? Almost entirely, right? We could also just take this. But they're not coming out. They're just going to sit there, snipe at me, right?
My hard work is paying off.
I think we're stalling this side for a turn. We might also be stalling this side for a turn. Who fucking knows? You guys are on 12, 12, 13. We're on 13 defense here. So I think we're going to be fine. If we just move this up and say, hey, what are you going to do to me? Any of you anti-plate? The damage types is something that I've obviously not learned at all. Minus plate. These guys are plus plate. It's okay. I don't think anything here damages us majorly. Sir.
Right away.
Bit of a disadvantage is that our healer is also a tank. Not great. I would forever love Frederick's crit line. Pick a god and pray. Pick a god and pray is one of the most powerful lines. Yeah. I'm also very, very fond of engages. It's tea time. But mostly because, why? Yeah, this is going how I expected it to go. Crit? No. Okay, fine. I will accept that. They're all coming down now. Wow. That's unpleasant.
Right away.
Like, what do we have here? Our damage isn't great unless we're anti-plate, and even then it's, like, not insane. Let's just start hitting the guys that are actually threats. I'm also pretty sure enemies don't open doors. Meaning we get to avoid that entire confrontation. Shit, this isn't going well either.
This should be fun.
This is very, very slow removal. I was gonna say, if you crit here now, that would be taking the piss. Level 7.
Meeting expectations.
No, you're not. Well, strength, speed. You know what? Never mind. That wasn't a lot of level ups, but it is strength, speed level up. That is probably okay.
I guess.
And then we just go punch. 77. We don't have any range on this side, but that's mostly because we don't have any range. You're not gonna hit me. See? Strength and speed, what else do you need? You're right. You're entirely right. Okay. So, how do we engage this? 22 power on both of them. So that's 44 HP and then minus double fort. What is the highest fort we have? 8, nothing, nothing, 6. So it's Bianca, right? So they're gonna hit me for 14 each, which means we take 28. That does mean we live.
In position.
You know what? We should bait this mage first. Get this guy off the stairs first. Then we step here, then we deal with all of this once it's healed up. Yeah. Get bonked. We saw that.
Let me at him!
Wow. Give me another one? No? Okay. Open the door with Cleric, chain one of the mages while dealing with the second. I don't know whether we have enough for that, if I'm being honest. I don't know whether we can kill 2 mages. Mind you, the 22 is also on retaliation.
I've got a lot to learn.
That. More of that, please. So Alden. Yeah, Alden is the child character. Can't get less than 4 stats when leveling. Alden is the hey, I'm an idiot, but I get stats over time character, which makes sense. You gotta have one of those, right? You gotta.
Little warning next time.
It just means that he's going to have good stats no matter what we do.
This should be fun.
Can we kill here on Garrick? If we can just kill here, we can, and guarantee
Right
to.
between your
Wow.
eyes.
22 times 2, excuse me, Garrick. Hold up.
Awaiting orders.
Hold up. A plan formed in his head. Let's deal with this. So, we don't worry about
Plan to.
these, right? Almost ever. We also sort of don't worry about this. 40%. Cool.
Not bad, not bad.
I'll take it. She does have really high magic for someone that pokes people with a spear, and I wonder why. Another 40%er. Beautiful. So now I kind of screwed myself, didn't I? This is 6. 6 is also fine. Never mind. Yeah, we're just not getting hit today. And then we get to Bianca here. Can't stand here because they're just gonna, like, kill the guy. Well, I just realized something. They can really only hit one of us, right? They can't double up. You hit Marin. It feels so wrong pronouncing that name like that. And this is something we can't do anything to. This is going to be like a slow but steady process. That's just fine. Alright, let's break open what we have here. Can we have like a kill? Like just like a clean kill on this thing? This also isn't a clean kill. This is. Sometimes you just have to switch weapon. Even if you've upgraded one very specific one. Damn it. The levels, however, are coming in.
Fine by me.
Yeah. You missed the speed there, but like, okay. That's cool. That's cool and or based. That's kind of dog shit. Does this kill? This does. Can we get this on like a higher percent chance? We can.
You're making me look
Strength. The
bad.
strength does matter for her quite a lot. A blood orange. Okay, that's only 2. Never mind. Marin doesn't quite have the forte of our Templar over here. So no shit, that was very wrong. We will now be paying for this. A lot. That was not the
Are
button
you sure?
I wanted. Annihilate this man. Very, very wrong. Yep. Alright. Spite the meatball. Now we pray. Oh, never fucking mind. Don't worry about it. Never mind, everything's fine. Nothing really hurts, as it turns out. That's 4, yep. I am so used to like a much higher time, like a much lower time to kill. I'm used to enemies putting out the same level of damage that we are putting out. So if we're double tapping something, I expect the enemy to double tap me. And that is just flat out not what's happening. That is just not what is happening here.
I'll take point.
This is going to be long and
I'm
gruesome.
on it.
And I'm going to be skipping through the animation for it because, like, fuck that fight. This is just going to be 0 damage, right? No, it's not. But we are, in essence, just sitting here waiting now. The other side. That is some damage. We can kill this guy. I'm sure of it. I'm sure we can work towards getting at least this guy down this turn. We've got like 9 damage, right? It turns out we do. Nice. Well, upstairs but downstairs seems that the mages by the cage are the only threat. Correct. Promotion earned. Oh. I didn't know this was this early. So here's a first look at the promotion system. We are currently a cleric. We could be an inquisitor. Holy warrior seeks to stop errant magic users, most effective when unexpected. We get Inquisition power increased by 40% of enemies' magic stat, and Righteous Cause healing increased actually by 25% for 1 turn. We lose Vindication. Magic increased by 20% of strength. We could be a Guardian. Gives us healing power plus 25%, heals spreads over 3 turns. And a Horde. And last of all, defense increased by % of missing health. Lose Vindication. We could be a Priest. A Righteous Horizon, 1 healing range. Light's River, dodge increased by 15%. Obviously, our stat aptitudes change a lot as well. We could also be an Acolyte. Devotees who give up portions of their immortal soul to access more of a god's power. And I'm mad. Heal for 20% of damage done. We get Lifesteal and Unholy Furor. Heal increase the crit of your next attack by 6%, stacking up to 4 times. Lincoln is hard to do wrong. So Lincoln right now is pretty heavily armored. And doth bonk, right? Why is it that I am then kind of tempted to go Acolyte? Why is that? Why do I feel like I pick Acolyte here? We get 30% more speed aptitude, which is kind of sick. We lean heavier into magic. We obviously lean less into bonking. You don't put that boy on a horse, he can't be daddy anymore. This feels like it's his current role, right? This is just him currently, but with a horse. It's probably the worst for him, but still doable. Gotcha. So my initial instinct is wrong. That's wonderful. This feels like the thing that's more directly tied into what he's doing. This is like more the offensive side, right? Do we put him on a horse? Putting him on a horse gives us 2 tanks, right? It gives us Irving and it gives us Lincoln as tanks. We get a promo to strength. He could be the acolyte. I think Marin is going to go priest instead, if you ask me. Horse guys are such basic bitches. Better than horse girls. I mean, it's Guardian, right? It's Guardian. Let's go, Guardian. Horge! Oh, we get the Horge instantly. Oh, we get double turns. Bonk! Okay, then. I see how this is gonna go. Okay, both of them are still alive. We've done this side already. Let's go in. I still have no fucking idea how to approach these mages. Why am I so scared of these stupid mages? I'm utterly spooked by them. Hold on.
I've got a
Mag,
lot
dex,
to
speed.
learn.
Mag and speed, baby. Mareep's, funny enough, works as a guardian since it makes her much more tanky and she gets to heal herself by healing others. It gives her quite an amount of staying power. Her strength is kind of a bit dogshit, but her magic isn't, right? So, like, you could also just acolyte her. At least, like, from my very basic understanding of how this works. Okay, fuck this. We're opening this up. So, who is the least likely person to do anything here? How is this gonna look? That's quite good.
It's rude to stare.
Is it though? So that's lethal. We were hoping that wasn't gonna...
Rude to stare.
It's rude to overkill too, lady. I mean, you know. That is 17 to the dome. And most importantly, we don't have another ability to go in, right? What is this? This is 19, but we can just chain this guy down. I think we have to chain this guy down. He can't kill Shia. He can't kill Elias.
One step at a time.
Whoa, sir. Sir, please. Slowly, gently, this is how a knight is taken. Eventually, this guy dies. Eventually. Is the eventuality now? Yes, it is. Okay. Poke again.
You're really gonna try me?
Could have done that on the first one. Would have had to roll the dodge then. Primary concern right now, we're low health there. That sucks. Nothing here aggroes over that distance, right? No, nothing does. Rescue! There she is. Yep. This is exactly who I remember. Hello, Sloan. About time somebody came by to let me out. A cage is no place for a Valmiran. So this is Sloane. You will probably be seeing a lot of her. Probably.
All yours.
Don't worry about it. I like her.
Are you sure?
Let's move everyone sort of up. Kind of want to have some time to heal there. Not to complain about my mages. Yeah, that's the thing I wouldn't complain about. Yeah, it's the fact that she's a mage, not the fact that... yeah, exactly. What? Huh? This guy didn't attack? Interesting. We could crit-proof ourselves here. We probably should crit-proof ourselves here.
Stay sharp.
But it comes at the cost of sustainability.
My hard work is paying off.
Oh, she is on 12 magic, huh? That's
I
close.
guess.
Hi! Nice. That's nice. We're already seeing a lot of her, if that's correct. Entirely correct. This one's guaranteed.
Leave some for me.
White hair, golden yellow eyes, big personality. Huge personality on that woman. Power 11, power 19, power 19. See, this is more what I'm expecting. This is much easier to deal with. There's 3 of them, but that's gonna be fine. Weren't you... Wasn't this the girl with the pet?
How can I
Hold
help?
up. Yes! Yes! Ferret Girl! I forgot about Ferret Girl! My hero! Butter hates it here! Alright, sorry. Butter's my ferret. Thanks for rescuing me. Sophia! This was Sophia. Hell yeah. Alright, Ferret Girl. I mean, Ferret Girl has ferret, right? That's the important part. Forward. A Ferret Girl, obviously a fan favorite. I dare not say otherwise.
Awaiting orders. I won't let you fall.
Let's go bait some people. We did not rescue you, lady. We came for the ferret only. No, come on. She's adorable as well. I mean, a ferret does everything, but you know. Sophia's my favorite Strider, but then again, almost every Archer goes Strider in my games. I don't know what Strider is, nor... don't go that far. Don't go that far, Chris. Don't tell me these things. Do not like. Do not want to know. Whoop. Murder, murder.
Proudly meeting expectations.
So, Sophia, by the way, says, Ferret's Fury. Butter has a 20% chance to attack, adding 20% to damage. Sometimes ferrets get zoomies. That's what this is.
How can I help?
Adorable. Once again, I forgot who has the fort here. Why did I forget that? This is Irving. Everyone else has the fort is the answer.
Stay with me.
Now we have some ranged options over on this side. As opposed to just having, like, all of the mash.
All yours.
Hello, Sloane. What do we do with Sloane? This is something that I do not know. Like, right now, we're probably just going to, like, a little bit of blue. Let's go into a little bit of blue. See, this is another thing, like, Sloane's character model here is kind of like, the body is, like, super basic and doesn't really fit the rest of her model, right? This is what I mean when I say, hey,
Right away.
the art style in this one, when you're in combat, doesn't super line up. A lot of the time it doesn't. Wait, how much does this hurt me for? To the tune of 15. Okay. Mythal! 10%? No. That's fine and reasonable. That is fine and reasonable. Go for the eyes, boo! Exactly. Wonderful. Wonderful. Blood the Orange. Imagine being mauled to death by a sock and it's named Butter. Like, imagine. Imagine you're the toughest fucking bandit around and this is who you die to. Oh, we're Fort 9. So, all y'all, hi. Hitting me for 7. I could accept this, or we could decide that this is what we do. 20% chance to not take any damage whatsoever. What's Sloane's movement? This is the max we get out of Sloane. Yeah, let's go. Bandit Beam. Bandit Beam. Hell yeah. I love Bandit Beam. Still not really clear cut. We'll take this one.
Right between the eyes.
Thank you. Magical code transformation. Like, in your travels on the road, you meet a dirty beggar sitting on the side of the road. He's clad in, like, rags that, in some parts, you can swear are blood-soaked. Got a bandage over half his face. Like a sign, like a wooden post sign next to him. And you can see, like, in the bush behind him, badly hidden, lies, like, an old, almost rusted sword. The man struggles to his feet, audibly groaning as he does. You can swear you can hear a bone crack when he demands in a hoarse voice that is betraying the, like, clear years of alcohol that have worn him down, that you hand him your purse or else. You, obviously, a plate-clad adventurer with the finest weapons you could muster, laugh at him from atop your horse. What is this ragged old man going to do to you? What could he possibly do? You decline. Maybe you even spit at the man at your feet when you start hearing the words, Amen. This was the last the world ever saw of you.
Let's do it.
Pathetic. Meanwhile, any of the Yakuza games. Really true. Really true. I wish to bonk this man for all he's worth. Good. The guy just picking up a steel beam and going on a rampage. Bandit Beam! Murders. What do we have on Soph here? Taking 11 is not something that I want to do. Crossy bow doesn't kill ever. Short bow doubles, but like for no good results. But on 11 crit. There is a world where we double crit here. Obviously, it's not a world that we live in. 1 in fucking 100. But what if we start doing... Wow, really? Okay, yeah, sure. Didn't think we'd be pulling this on a trident. Infinite Wealth has a minigame where you go on a tourist card in Hawaii and try to snap photos of perverts. I mean, it's Yakuza, yeah, that perfectly describes it. It's Yakuza. Let's go longbow. Huka. There is a world where ducks casually sit on your shoulder. Yes, and there's another one where they casually sit on your head and there's nothing you can do about it. Woo! It is this one. Hey, Nam, how you doing? We're just gonna pretend this was good. See? Nothing bad could have happened to us. I kind of want to push Shia a bit. Get her some level. I know you can't see the 24 there, but this says 24. You know what? For this game, I need to be smaller. I need to be ever so small. There we go. This is much better now. Much, much better now. So this is... Like, this obviously doesn't matter here because we're killing. But on the crackback, we are dead to a crit. We're dead to any crit. Let's go short sword because that means they might just not hit if you commit to this. You need to find out how long you can stay awake.
My
Are you
sword
pushing
grows lighter
yourself?
with
Oh,
every swing.
does it though? That's not great.
Nice to
I'll
see
take
you
this
on
heal
your feet.
preemptively. I fucked up. Mr. President, a second mage is in range of Irving. This guy can just walk here, hit, or walk there, hit, and then this guy can hit here. In the words of a grand poet of our time, whoopsies! That's cute. I tried to cast Reduce Person, but what I really casted was Reduck Person. I really just started reading that. But wouldn't Reduck just turn them into a duck if they were one before? Never mind, they're idiots. Shia can take this, like, easily. Oh, this is nice. That wasn't even the right mate. Orange spleen. Okay, so emergency. Emergency. Hold up. No. The fact that you can't close the escape menu by pressing escape. Do we retreat? I want to hit this guy. This always happens. Right? Yep. This always happens. Then I believe this always happens. Yes, correct.
Can do.
This is step 2. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I need to convert a crit here. Oh, and I needed to dodge that. Never mind, we get neither. What's your fort? 10. Sick. Get him, girl. Red Fury. Oh no, no butter. No butter. And then we have to save Marin from my bad actions. The art of magically combining electric devices. God damn it. Hey, Como. If they had a duck on their head, they get a new duck. You know what? That's actually kind of cool. Is this the duck delivery system? It's like the cat delivery system, right? Except in the form of a stupid VTuber on the internet. Which makes perfect sense if you ask me. There are not enough ducks in the world. And the world needs more ducks. In these trying times, what better way than to like have like a cuddly avian to ruin your day, to enhance your day. I need to really read before I press buttons. This worked out.
Oh, all right.
Luckily. Oh, Elias. Forgot about this man. He exists. Isn't that cool? This is a crisis situation waiting to happen, by the way. Like, we've got 2 people on half health. Free targeting mages. Thank God for that one. And a partridge in a pear tree. Readings for chumps. I mean, it really is, right? It really is. On entirely separate notes, I need to play more Yu-Gi-Oh! Can I have a crumb of crit, please?
Bottoms up.
Good girl. 22 is like brutal. Blocking was for chumps, no, math is for blockers. That's the problem. We still don't have a magic damage dealer over here dealing with anything. Oh no. Whoop.
Scared me for a second.
Together.
So, go. This is also just going to be slow and steady. Speaking of avians in general, and Anatidae in particular, did anyone try the Duck Detective The Ghost of Glamping demo during the next fest? I didn't try the demo because I'm going to play the full release of it.
Nowhere to run.
The first Duck Detective was a very cute, pretty short-ish little detective game that I had a lot of fun with. Like, it wasn't challenging or like
Dynamic duo
grand.
coming through.
Hell yeah, go get him. But I had a lot of fun with it. I think that was a fun one-stream game. And I want to do that again.
I feel stronger.
I want to play the
Do
second
I
case
look
as well.
stronger?
Adorable. Absolutely adorable. The other side.
Oh, all right.
But I wish they had
You
made an
sure?
other side too. Now that I talk about the
This
other
should be
side, I wish
fun.
they had made a second other side. Instead, they didn't. If you stab them dead before they hit you, you want you to block. That is absolutely true. 100% spoken truth. One of these days, I will commit to a double crit and I will feel good about it. One of these days. As it stands, we don't even have the clear here, right? We do not.
How can I help?
Set this up. We're on Fort 10, so it's not like Sophia is going to give a
At your
shit.
disposal.
Elias, you're on 17, which means you're really on nothing. What are you on? You are on range. Gotcha. Alden? Baked beans. Yo, that motherfucker's eating beans. And send it. So left side only hangs behind by about a turn. Folk say the best CC, Folk Wisdom says the best CC is DPS. That is correct. That is absolutely correct. Alright. And then we just get to like do funny things. We just get to do funny things here. So one thing that I haven't been considering much, if at all so far, is the process of funneling.
We've got you.
What you do in a lot what you do in a lot of Fire Emblem likes, or at least games that have an experience system like this, where you're actively gaining experience for attacks and kills, instead of experience for the entire group by existing,
Oh, all right.
you have to consider that there is a limited amount of experience on the board, and who you allocate this experience to very much matters.
Your day.
I haven't really been funneling anything at all. We've just kind of been like taking them naturally as they come. But I should give a bigger thought to this. His true speed is 1. Oh, our true speed is 0. Never mind. I was about to make fun of that.
This should be fun.
Go. But I think it is starting to become time that we pick a handful of units and just say, hey, these are the ones that get experience on. Nice hat. Nice hat, idiot. I wish we could actually hit this. We can't, so all we're doing here is we're giving Sophia some experience. Or just like shooting this guy. Or not shooting this guy. But we can't kill this guy. We're not going to anyway. We're just going to start this up. There's a cheesy way to get XP on some classes by stalling and using push, teleport, etc., but it's slow and boring. Yeah, obviously, heal stalling is a thing that historically has worked. Using non-attack actions has worked. Like here, for example, we could do this.
Hope you don't mind.
And we could do this ad infinitum. We could chain ad infinitum and then heal back up. There's a lot of things we can do like around that. I am, for the purpose of this playthrough, not going to be utilizing that. A, because I think most games are balanced like around that not existing. And B, it takes forever, it's boring to watch, is number C. There's many reasons. I'm not gonna power a gaming like this. I'm aware this exists. I'm aware this is an option. I'm going to elect to just ignore it.
Proudly meeting expectations.
Proudly meeting like a decent fucking level up. That is superb. Love that.
I hope
Turns
helped.
taken, too many. Got a bit inelegant there. But hey. Learning. This isn't about elegance to begin with. Prisoners! Are you alright? I just spent 2 weeks in a disgusting bandit camp cage. What do you think? I'm better now that you saved us. Look at this ferret. 2 weeks? Yes, 2 weeks, eating nothing but thick porridge with no one but scruffy bandits for company. Well, it's over now. And I like the porridge. If you don't mind me asking, how were you captured? It's a pretty funny story, actually. Funny? You walked us straight into them! Okay, that may be true, but it was still funny the way it happened. They got you along the road. We were taking a shortcut through the forest, maybe a half-league east, and ran straight into them. Didn't stand a chance to get away. If we'd just taken the road like I'd suggested, we would have been fine. I don't know if it helps to mention, but they cover that section of the road too, so you'd likely still wind up in the same spot. You couldn't possibly say that with any degree of certainty.
Greetings.
Good afternoon, young gentlemen, ladies, not evil-looking wizard. I was glad to hear the ruckus along the road. As it happens, these bandits stole a rather precious heirloom from my family. What might this heirloom look like? An amethyst, quite a large one, translucent but poorly cut. Have you seen anything of the kind? If I could but retrieve it, I'd be well on my way. It has been with us for uncountable generations, and my father has gone mad with grief from its loss. I fear he may soon pass from this world and would love to look upon it one last time. I don't know that we've come across anything of the sort, but you're welcome to take a look around. I thank you regardless, as I'm sure my father would if he were given the opportunity. Hell, you don't look much like bandits. What gave us away, the dead bandits? I forgot about Brooke. How did I forget about Brooke? I like this one. The only good bandit is a dead bandit. We came to do the job it appears you did for us. Also serendipitous that the bandits go unopposed for weeks, but we both arrive on the same day. Yes, I can see how this might look. My name is Sarah. My sister Samara and I had been traveling far from home when this very group assaulted our parents and stole a valuable heirloom. It's been with our family for decades. It was really the only reason we came. You think we could take a look for it? It looks something like a large amethyst. Translucent, but poorly cut. But you found it. Can't say we have. Lucky guess? It is clear that one of you, if not both, is lying. No one so much as touches this gem until we sort out what's going on. Lying? I've been nothing but endlessly polite to you. Mind you, politeness does not mean that he's been truthful. I used the proper greetings and asked your permission to take what is mine by right. I said hello to you nicely, therefore you owe me. You would deprive my dying father of his last wish. Calm down. If it really is yours, we'll figure it out. I think not. If I return without the stone, my father will have my head. Enough. Step aside or you'll leave me no alternative but to destroy you. I'm not sure that was the wisest threat when you outnumbered 10 to 1. Outnumbered me? I'll show you outnumbered. Oh, bring me the aspect and I shall see fit that your soul is given rest. If I lock eyes with this filth any longer, I'll be sick. Well. Hey, you three, if you feel so confident about handling yourselves, maybe you want to lend a hand here? Gladly. As I said before, the only good bandit is a dead one. Let's make sure these ones stay that way. I suppose that means I'm in too. Chapter 5. Arisen. Follow proper protocol. Brooke. Brooke begins as a rogue. And now I have questions. I have many a question. The main question is, what the fuck do we do with Brooke? What do we do? So, our options are Stalker, fears rogues who pick the perfect time to strike, ensuring they do so with lethal force. Which means we're probably going, oh, luck staying at 80. We want a crit, right? Guaranteed to hit enemies below 40%, and 5% chance to instant kill. Thief. Sneaky rascal that can keep their hands to themselves, that can't keep their hands to themselves, known to stay one jump ahead. Speed increases armor pen, love that. Disarm range +2. Crit modifier increases against full health enemies. So we really want to have crit, right? Like, she seems like she just wants to have crit. And then there's Raider, less talking, more raiding. Oh, no, first there's Duelist. The Thrill, power, dodge, crit, accuracy +15% when no adjacent player units. So you go in first. This seems cool. And defense +20% of dexterity. Okay. And then we have a Raider. Less talking, more raiding. 35% power against enemies with full health. So like go first. And 3% chance to gain a stat up item after kill. That's insane. So we have crit against full health enemies, and we have more power against full health enemies. Does that mean we built her Raider Blue? More crit, more raid, more go? I'm kind of drawn to Duelist, but I have no fucking idea, right? Like, the problem is I do not know. 75% stat growth, yeah. I don't know. This one's tricky. I do not know. Sorry, like usually I'm supposed to talk through my thoughts here, but all of my thoughts are, and I don't know, at all. So, mildly struggling. I think I'm gonna go Duelist. The Samurai Stalker seems the most as you were, but more Raider seems to be going a totally different path. Duelist is situational. Like here, let me tell you why I think this is an issue. So, Raider is her passive, and Raider like lines up really fucking nicely, right? However, this clashes completely with what she's been before, which means her stats probably don't line up to this at fucking all. That's the problem. Like, there is a half of the character really wants this, the other half really doesn't. I'm gonna go Duelist. Like, Duelist seems the most like in the middle of all of this. We're still gonna stay on really good luck. And we're gonna stay on Dex. We're just gonna go Duelist. Exactly the issue. Yeah, that feels like the issue, right? Let's look at the next tier silhouettes. Single dagger, dual dagger, spear and shield or axe. Yeah. Let's go Duelist. Oh god, everyone's leveling. Oh no, shit. Sarah. So let's see what Sarah's doing. Sarah's a mage. Sarah says Royal Decree. Attacking leaves a mark on enemies, increasing damage taken by 5%. Oh no, by percent. I don't know why I read that as a 5. By a percentage, whatever the fuck that is. So we have Arcanist, mage who follows the traditional path to arcane knowledge. This, by the way, is the best example of what I mean. Look at the sprite for Battle Mage. This is one thing that I did not like about it when I played it the first time, because I think these kind of look like art-wise they look perfectly fine, but like this looks so fucking out of proportion for what the actual character is, right? It's clear that most of the bodies were made like as a universal and then just the head was swapped on, and the class promotions weren't made on a character-by-character basis. Makes sense. Budget's a bitch, right? But it makes a lot of the units in their little like combat animations look ridiculous. This looks ridiculous. I hate it. You can check their stats with the arrow next to aptitude. Oh, fuck. Thank you. Thank you, Florpro. That helps a lot. That helps a lot. So then we have Battle Mage, Strength of Storm, defense increased by 10%. This is like tanky shit, right? It has 16 defense. Oh no, that's what the defense ends up. Oh my fucking lord. What the fuck? This is what the stats end up if we go that route. That is a lot of goddamn defense. Ooh. Okay. The defense increases by 10% of magic. Attacking grants adjacent allies 15% power for 1 turn. That's kind of cool. Conjurer. Sorcerer's Siphon. Heal for 20% of damage done. Okay, we're life stealing. 35% chance to add 15% of current HP to damage. So we want high HP. She feels relatively high HP already, right? Like she's on 40 or something. I can see that working. Okay, and then Magician. Some prefer circus tricks over power. Sometimes you just need the money. What is this, like a thief mage? Beam me up. Phase range +1. And Maestro allies within 2 tiles have increased accuracy. Ooh. I could be persuaded to just run this. So we're more of a support thing. We make marks on enemies and then allies capitalize on this. That wouldn't be too shabby, right? Go to 70% dex? What, are we supposed to be dodging? This feels like we're supposed to start dodging. Like 75% speed as well? Huh. $18 speed. Fuck me. Okay. Are we playing Speed Mage? Let's go play Speed Mage. Yep. Whoop. And then we have Samara. We're back to them clerics. Samara. Let's see what we have. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm getting messages on the side. So we're back to the healing problem. Samara, however, has Royal Grace. Move +1. Move +1. I like. Duck spotted. Zoe, how you doing? Deploying peas? Give them to me. Hey Zoe, hope you're doing well. She's marking in. She's probably attacking first into retaliation. I mean, she's a mage. She'll be at range, right? I'm good. Hell yeah. Love to hear that. Love to hear that. What do we have right now? Okay. I think I'm gonna go Acolyte. I think we're going Acolyte here. So move +1 means we can position our DPS better. Move +1 on a horse is kind of funny, but like, this is not a position-heavy roll. We could go Bonk, but I don't believe in Bonk, if I'm being entirely honest with you. And I really like bonus movement on, like, ranged casters. This opens a lot of positioning options. I don't know. It also just sets us to 20 luck. I don't really have a level of like, hey, these are what our stats should be on an advanced class yet. But this is a lot of luck, right? Dark Deity 2 stream confirmed. We are definitely playing Dark Deity 2 on release. Trap. I'll say hey, Trap. This is why we're playing through 1 now. Because I want to set up for a playthrough of 2 when it comes out. Someone without any guides care keeps picking best class options so far. Is that true? I feel like I've been pretty bad at picking. I mean, I was wrong on like basically all of the first units. And that's fine, right? Like, that's the learning process. Fuck it, let's go Acolyte. We have 2 healers. Acolytes keep their ability to heal, right? Like, it's not like they're now pure damage. They can still heal if need be. I'm down for that. There we are. All right. So I can definitely tell you that I've enjoyed this so far. Yeah, this is the mention that I remember. This is the fucking PlayStation button nightmare that I remember. This was the one thing in my memory. Yeah. I can tell you that so far I'm enjoying this a lot more than I did on the last playthrough. This is looking very good. However, dear ducklings, this is where I have to end for today. Many things to do. Tomorrow is going to be a really, really busy day. I want to get some good sleep in before that. And then on a Thursday, we are going to be back. If you have not seen it yet, let me just pop this on screen real quick. This week's schedule is... Oh no, that's chat. I want to keep that on a different monitor. This week's schedule is very balanced. So we are going to be picking up from here on Thursday. More Dark Deity. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for the tips and hints so far. Thank you for like the 0 spoilers. I really appreciate that. I know it's with games like this where there's usually like a right and wrong answer. Like it's really hard if you know the right answer to watch someone just like bungle their way through it. But I appreciate you all being here for it. Thank you so much. So Thursday, 6 p.m. CET, stupid European time, we will return. Until then, let me see where we are going. I believe there's a Shinx, right? Like there has to be a Shinx. Yeah. I'm gonna throw you all at Shinxy. Abandoned Beam! That's a wonderful rate message. Thank you, Siren. Here's your rate message, everyone. Take it. Throw it at Shinxy. Abandoned Beam! Hey, once again, I know we had like some really weird conversations in the middle of it all. And for people that come for gameplay, I know like having like 1 hour long sidetracks is a bit annoying. But thank you all. I really fucking appreciate it. I really, really do. And I'm missing the vocabulary to accurately portray this. It means the fucking world to me. It really, really does. Have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye.